All right then. So, quick recap from last session.
Yep.
So, you had all come to after fighting off the beast underneath the Jadeblood Temple. You navigated your way to the treasure room that the beast was guarding. You found a small assortment of treasures, a fancy-looking glaive, and a ominous-looking orb, which, after some deliberation, you each decided to touch. And the orb itself delivered a vision of potentially things to come. You're still not sure how accurate these visions have been, but you did decide to bring the orb with you. Which one of you decided to keep it?
Bag.
Or did we give it to BEEG?
To BEEG, okay. I know you wrapped it up in one of the robes you found. I just remember which one of you was holding it.
I thought it were a Remio, but if I've got it, I'll put
Is
that
it not in the bag of holding?
I thought it were in bag of holding, yeah.
Very true, I believe it is.
In the bag it is, then.
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
So, after doing so, you made your way back up to the surface. The heart of the temple had crumbled away at the touch, no power left in it. You briefly met up with Ciso and Charney, who delivered the news that your compatriots, Lychee and Rapid Dave, were last seen fleeing from the temple, and the Death Cleric had come back for revenge.
Absolutely.
You also extorted them for quite a substantial sum. Not all of it has been paid to you, but that's a debt that you could potentially call upon later down the line. You met back up with the expedition force from Graventoll, who were happy to see that you had survived. You had to go trying to ride a crocodile and failed, unfortunately.
Still fun.
Still fun, which is the important thing at the end of the day. And you, after saying your goodbyes, you headed off towards the Kiglan Range, ready to bring BEEG home towards his hopeful wife-to-be. You bid farewell to the Salamancer who had been your friendly little ally all this time. And as you got towards the foot of the mountain range, you were greeted by a selection of half-orcs. Seemingly surprised that it managed to get back so quickly. And they informed you that Hugofer was engaged to one of BEEG's rivals, BORGE.
I'm so upset.
Shocked and upset by the news, BEEG brought his companions up to the summit of a mountain to the Bramantep district. There you reunited with the elderly half-orc Dredgrimus Curbs. Happy to see his star pupil, and showed him and his friends around the little community they had, before finally telling him the ins and outs of what had happened, that during BEEG's absence, Borge had pretty much proposed to Hugofer, and with no one else there who was making a proposal or who was willing to stand in Borge's way, there was no one to contest that. But the proposal is still ongoing. BEEG, you decided now was the time to actually make your delicious apple pie, which, if I remember rightly, you did perfectly.
Rolled a 20.
You did.
So
Nice.
It was a joint effort by all, and it paid off.
I did the pastry.
Oh, the pastry was like a... Oh, yeah, you did do the pastry, yeah. And, yeah.
These little dwarven hands are good for something.
Can proper get in there.
And that is where we left off. So,
Sorry, the funniest fucking songs just come on at the minute. It's just...
hang on.
It was just like... Sound like some Donkey Kong stuff.
Is this not your tribe's music?
Nah, think more towards metal, but with elements of jazz.
I've never thought of the concept of jazz metal.
So
but
all the notes played at once then?
okay then. So BEEG, we move to you. You've got the pie that you had put yourself in mortal danger to get the ingredients for. But you're finally at the end of the road. What are you going to do with this lovingly baked pie?
I want to give it a sniff.
You give it a sniff, mate.
I've given it a sniff.
And even though apple pies aren't exactly, it wouldn't have been your first choice for a meal, you've got to admit, you've outdone yourself this time. It smells divine.
Did this. We did this. We all did this.
I'll take some credit.
Iremio stood in corner and with a moral support.
It's important to support.
It is. And he supported well.
Well, obviously, because the pie was perfect, so he must have done something right.
In a supervisory process, you've got little to do if nothing's going wrong.
And nothing did go wrong. The only thing that could potentially be classified as something going wrong is that Jez bought quite a lot of ingredients, so you might need to, make use of that later on. But right now, you're on a roll.
Sound. I'll store some of the ingredients, the cooking ingredients, in my little bag, just in case.
Okay then, yeah. So they're all tightly bagged up anyway. Quite well done, actually. You can tell that these were definitely traded from another community.
Yeah.
And yeah, you saw them in your bag of holding.
In it goes.
And it goes, ready to be used later on down the line.
Cool. I have cooking ingredients in bag of holding.
Yep.
Because you never know. You never ever know, dear.
You never do.
You never ever know.
That's the mystery of it all.
Right
So-
then, BEEG.
Yeah, big.
What do you want to do with the pie then?
Wanna give it to Hugatha.
Aye, but what are you gonna do about a fiance?
Well, I'm gonna knock out BORGE, of course, aren't I?
Gonna knock one out over him?
I'm gonna knock him out. Obviously, she didn't sound very happy.
We've seen her?
Well, according to Jez Grimace here, if you were listening, which you obviously weren't, because you weren't here, she didn't look happy about the whole arrangement. And to be honest, is this an arranged marriage?
It's not necessarily an arranged one. However, she's at that time where she's expecting proposals. She is from a very strong background. There would be half-orcs that would be vying for her attention.
Yeah.
However, BORGE was the first one to essentially speak up and actually put his money where his mouth is.
Right. To be fair, I thought we outlawed arranged marriages when we voted you in. And it's happened. It's alright, it's just finding some loopholes. Alright, I reckon we should go over there. Jez Grimace, point me towards BORGE and let's knock him out.
Oh, he's gonna do it right now.
I'm going to do it right now.
Wait, no, lad. If you do it like this, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Alright.
If you're going to do this, you're going to have to do it right.
Tell me.
Look, lad, you could fight him now. You might even win. But the only way you're going to null this marriage is if you humiliate him.
Right.
And what better way to do it than in an arena?
Gather
Oh, this,
tribes! Are you not entertained?
I'm excited for this. I'm looking forward to seeing the half orc go at it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be cheering you on.
I want all my boys with me and tell BORGE to bring two of his best boys and all, and we'll all get in the arena together.
So I'm not quite sure that's what's going to happen.
Iremio said he's up for it. Let's go.
Well, you know me. I'm up for anything. I'll get in there.
Can I pop you in a bag of holding and pull you out if I need you?
Oh, imagine. Right.
If
Yes.
you're gonna go through with this, if you're really gonna fight BORGE for this, you're gonna have to do it solo.
All right.
Also, I'm
No.
not going to get to smash.
Only I should be the one smashing here.
Right, okay, I suppose. Is there beer?
There's 5.
I'd not put yourself out too quickly, lad. I might have a job for you too.
Oh, right, fair enough. Well, can he take part in the fight? Can he watch the fight? Well, I suppose
He's going to have you working in the pub behind the bar.
the bar's always fucking rammed. You can't get a beer at half time.
There'll be no half time.
I bet they've run out of fucking pies and all.
No, I'll be making sure to put your strengths to use.
Right, okay.
But
Fair enough. I trust the old fella.
You're the one throwing weapons in.
Throwing the
Right,
weapons in, I'll be throwing some fucking magic at him, pal.
BEEG.
Yeah.
Right.
It's up to you what you want to do now. You can either go to Hookup now, or you can go challenge BORGE.
Challenge BORGE. Challenge BORGE in the arena. I've never liked his stinking face.
Do you not want to see the missus first?
Big Pan don't care.
That's not a very good way to go into a proposal.
Right, I'm glad I've got my boys here to sort me out. I'm going to go and have a little word with Hugatha, mainly because I want to hear the Dungeon Master's accent for her.
I might not have the book smarts, but I tell you, I got the street smarts, pal. You want to go and speak to the missus first?
I'm not very good with women.
I can see that. You've been gone for ages and you've turned up with a pie, but
Yeah, I try my hard. It's a good pie, though, let's be honest.
aye. It's a very good pie, but let's see.
You can't deny that this pie is the best pie you've ever seen.
It smells magnificent. The pastry looks sublime.
BEEG, if someone's told you that divine intervention had occurred, you would have probably just gone, yeah, that makes sense.
Scroll up on the Discord a little bit to just kind of see how I put the caster sugar on top.
Magnificent.
Right, come on then. Let's go and see Hugatha. Where is she?
Okay, so Jez told you that because Hugatha isn't really a native of this particular district, she's been put into temporary accommodation. It's very nice accommodation as Half-Orc standards go. But
It's got a roof then.
It does.
That's all we need.
And as you come out of your little hut, Jez will point in the general direction of where this hut is. And you can just about see it. It goes up the hill just a little bit.
Are the lights on?
You can see... Make a perception check.
I got 4.
4. Hard to tell. I mean, it's still a little bit light out. So you can't really make out if anyone's actually put any fires on or anything.
It's evening then.
It's getting close to evening now.
I like this time of day. It's beautiful. You can see the sun just rolling over the hills. Just peeking over, just before it disappears. It's beautiful, isn't it, lads?
You've got one good eye. Do not stare directly at the sun.
I'm not trying to, but sometimes I can't help it.
Not so
Don't do that. It'll make you sneeze.
That would a cough. So I reckon we should go over there then.
All right, so you make your way over there. As you get closer, you do notice that there are 2 guards outside.
Hey up, mate.
Who are you supposed to be?
Big. At the Broman district. Seeing how big my arms are, I cook food. Let me in.
Oh, right. And he nudges the guard next to him. It's the cook.
All right.
I remember you from last time.
Well,
And I could have sworn I heard Hoogatha tell you to piss off.
well, she might have done, but I've got something for her.
You
And-
didn't tell me this part of the story.
I can't remember it, sorry. I've been bonked at head one too many times if you're remembering those adventures.
And BEEG, as you bring the pie out, you can see both of these guards. They start to sniff the air. And they give you this look as though to say, Oh, okay. All right.
Do they start floating towards it like a fucking Tom and Jerry cartoon?
Sadly, no. They didn't roll that high.
Well,
But they do seem a little bit impressed. All right. What do you want to do about it then? She's not supposed to be accepting visitors right now.
she'll accept these visitors once she sees this. I mean, look at this pie, boys. Come on. Let us through. Look at this pie. This is for her. She didn't order it, but I'm going to give it to her.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I just kind of say, let us through, or else, and then make an intimidation check instead?
Fair enough. Go for an intimidation check.
It's on advantage, and +3. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, that is so... 7.
7. Oh, jeez.
I rolled a 3 and a 4, boys. What the hell?
All right, then. So, with a 7, unfortunately, even though they were impressed with your baking skills, they shuffle a bit closer to each other. I'm sure you put in a lot of effort, mate. But orders are orders.
Right.
No orders.
Right. Can I just go, alright, hold on then, boys. We'll just shuffle off then, no problem. And then can I just wink at both Remy and Luminos and kind of be like decking them round a corner where I could just say something to them?
Can't wink at us. I've only got one eye.
Winking's all I know. Alright, I take them round a corner and I said to them, right, Remy, Luminos, you guys are quite stealthy. Do you get where I'm going with this?
I'm gonna look down at Luminos on that. In his, big heavy chainmail.
Have you seen the size of this chainmail?
Right, I look at Eremio after my 8 intelligence brain suddenly realises what I've said, and I go, Eremio, you look like a mighty fine stealthy delivery boy that can deliver a good message. You're very good with people.
Well,
we need to see this mission through. And I can't get through there without bashing someone's head in. And I don't want to go in there all guns blazing. So I think I'm going to give you the pie, put it in the bag of holding, deliver it to our Hugatha, and tell her BEEG's back in town and he wants your finger for marriage.
I'll go in there with a knife and say, BEEG wants your finger.
Knife first. And yeah, just let me know what she says. Let me know if she says yes or no. Please.
I'll deliver a message and a tasty treat.
What do you mean?
The pie.
Okay, good. Oh, glad we clarified on that one.
Tusks aren't my thing.
Oh dear.
And plus, she's engaged. I'm not going to make any moves.
Engaged, but it's not solidified.
So, this hut, has it just got the one entrance?
Make a investigation check.
Please.
One.
1. Looks like there's only one way in and out.
Right, perfect. I look at Luminos and I go, right, me and you need to make a bit of a scene so Remio can kind of sweep through.
Right. Right, okay. Let's figure out a plan here.
Right. We have to do it. And we have to start kind of like arguing and then pretending to have a bit of a fight. They love it in this tribe over here. They love it when people fight. They don't see it enough because Jezgrimus is just kind of like, it's chilled the entire populace out. But if we start a fight, guaranteed people are going to flock and all eyes are going to be on us.
Okay, I'm up for this. Are we gonna hurt each other?
If you want.
I mean, I swear to God.
Love taps, though.
Love taps. Right?
Those kind of love taps that sting, but they don't take HP off.
I mean, To be honest, you two just don't use weapons. I think.
Right. What shall we argue about?
I don't really think we need a reason. I think we should just start.
Just wailing on each other.
I'm gonna. Is there like a little behind another hut or something that I can get out of direct sight of the two guards?
Yeah, so if you're going to go through with this plan, because you can go all the way around this hut, it's not like against a wall. You could potentially hide around a corner, wait for them to have their scrap, and then try and slip in if you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna say loudly. I'm just gonna go for a piss, guys, and I'm gonna go around the hut.
Okay.
I'll pull the hood up on the cloak of Elvenkind.
All right.
Right, don't forget to shake.
I've gone
That was quick.
like the knight.
Where'd he go? Right, I pick Luminos up and I spin him round and I throw him into nearest haystack.
Comically.
So the guards outside, they hear Eremio's declaration, and then immediately afterwards, they see this bundle of metal just rocket out of the corner. And they both look at each other very worried at first, not really sure how to respond. And then, BEEG, what do you do next?
I say, take that, you tiny bitch. How dare you say that about me mother? And then I run towards him and we start a little brawl.
All right. I'd like both of you to roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
18.
17. Oh, wait, no. I get +1 on initiative, I think.
So did you both get 18 then?
Yeah. It's amazing.
Have you both got the same dexterity as well?
I've got a 10 dex.
11 on dex.
I will say that B technically goes first then.
Right then. Right, go on then, you big fucking bastard.
All right, then. Here we go. It's happening. Right,
Oh,
okay.
1v1 me, you scrub.
Okay, so unarmed, obviously.
Well, that's up to you.
I pull out my great pan. No. So basically, I find the nearest pub, and I pick old Luminos up again, and I wink at him again, and I throw him into the pub.
All right then. Make a strength check.
My strength's like +4, right? 1 sec. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. 14 on strength.
14. Okay then, so we'll say that because Luminos is pretty heavy with his armor on, you do need to, use all the strength you've got. It's difficult at first, but you manage to get enough momentum around that you do throw Luminos. Not quite as much as you would have expected, but he does sail quite a bit and he ends up near the end of the pub.
Just lands on both feet. Hey!
Actually,
Ta-da!
Luminos, make a dexterity saving throw to see if you land on your feet.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Well, you know what they say about dwarves.
I'd like to do a little roll and then land on my feet and be like, ta-da! Come on then, you fucking nonce.
This is an act, not like a fight. It's a play.
Are we attracting the attention yet of people?
So, Luminos, you see BEEG blink at you. He's either blinking or winking. You can't tell which. And he throws you with all of his strength. But you're used to this. This has been a tried and tested method so far. And as you start sailing through the air, you catch yourself in midair. You roll across the floor. You spring up with a flourish. And you just motion towards BEEG. It's like, is that all you've got?
Yeah. That were really fucking impressive.
Oh, you poor thing. You've got one arrow in your quiver and you can't use it right.
So we'll say because you've been thrown downhill, I'll say you're about 20 feet away. Luminous, what would you like to do now?
Right, I'd like to look over at BEEG and give him a proper wink.
What's that? What's he doing?
Right, and I'm gonna slyly pick a stone up off the floor, hide it in the palm of my hand, and then cast light as a cantrip onto the rock and throw it at him.
All right. Make a unarmed attack.
Unarmed, that's a D4, isn't it?
Oh no. So whatever attack roll you've got for unarmed attack.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna say it better not be a D4, otherwise why am I a monk?
Where is it? Bloody hell.
Let me see if I can find you guys. No, I got you guys up.
It's at the bottom of your attack list. It should just say unarmed strike, and it'll be 1 plus your strength modifier, I believe. Your hit will be the same as all of them.
Oh, it's +4.
All right, yeah. So roll d20 plus 4 then.
17, 21.
21. So 21 does hit. Okay. So yeah, the blinding rock hits you, BEEG. You take, for the purposes of this, I will say that you take a point of damage, but because of the light hitting you in the face, you do get momentarily disorientated.
It's bullshit.
So the next attack you'll take in this attempt will be at disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
However, the actions that you've made, they have gotten the attention of the guards.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
They're not moving just yet, but they're definitely looking at you as about to say, "Oh shit, is this a real fight?"
And I want to keep an eye on the guards so that I'm ready to move as soon as.
Yeah,
hiding in darkness.
Yeah, so you've got your cloak up, Aremio, so
yeah.
They're not aware of you. I believe that the cloak doesn't make you invisible, but it means that if there's an option of different opponents or targets, they're less likely to notice you. So with the commotion that the other two are making, they don't even know you're there, to be honest.
Perception checks to see me have disadvantage, and I've got advantage on stealth checks.
Yeah. So no, it's fine. They don't see you.
Going John Cena on this.
But yeah, you're motioning around the corner. You've got an eye out, and as soon as you can see that there's a moment to sneak in, you can take that. BEEG, it's your go again.
Is pretty much landed not in the pub, but next to it, Annie.
Yeah, so he's pretty much outside the pub.
Sound.
At this point, you can hear people inside that are just like, "The fuck was that?"
Sick. I go, fuck, we're only playing, mate. But I say it kind of like, angrily and quietly, so the guards can't hear it. And then I fucking run up to Luminos and I just fucking tackle him into the pub.
All right. Make a attack roll then with disadvantage.
I can disadvantage. Oh yeah, because I'm blinded, aren't I? Yeah.
There's only got one eye.
11.
11. All right, Luminos, do you allow this to happen, or are you going to try and sidestep this?
Oh.
Given that this is all theatrics, you can allow him to do it if you want.
Aye, go. I'm one for a bit of theatrics. I see him charging towards me, and I'm just gonna brace a little bit so that it doesn't hurt as much when we eventually land in the pub.
I'm pretty sure we've done this exact move about 15 times. We're pretty good at this.
So, Luminos, you watch as you see B take his stance, and you immediately know that he's going to rush you. And given the circumstances you're in, you decide to just hold your ground. You're just going to try and tank this if you can. And sure enough, B collides with you, and both of you start sailing into this pub.
I hope
And
we
at
smash through and just break a few tables and chairs and shit.
Yeah, the door bashes open from the impact. A few of the patrons inside jump. They're a bit startled. And at this point, the guards outside of Yugafa's house begin to investigate.
Hey! Do we know this at this point, though?
You have no idea.
Alright, sick.
The only person that knows is Remio.
Who is ever so quietly, like, shuffling against the wall, and I'm just gonna sort of like roll.
I will say
into
that
the
one of the guards has already run off towards a pub. One is about halfway there, like he's half-heartedly following after. So I will make a perception check with disadvantage. What did you get for your stealth, Romeo?
Okay, so that's with advantage.
With advantage, yes.
22.
Yeah, I rolled a 5. So yeah, they have no idea. They were completely fixated on the fights that seemingly just broke out of nowhere.
I can just imagine being them and just chilling, and then you see this fucking dwarf fly from corner of room or something. Whee!
Technically, he flew twice as well.
Yeah, I just threw him in one direction and threw him in another.
And then he threw a shiny stone at one point, and now they're in the pub.
It stung a bit. I've got a right scab.
You'll be fine, probably.
I hope we can
Okay.
find any plasters.
So, Iremio, you enter this hut, and the first thing you see is a fairly large half-orc lady. She was sat at the table, eyes fixated on the door. She had heard the commotion as well. And as she sees you, she gets to her feet. Who the fuck are you supposed to be?
I bring word.
I can't deal with this.
You're pretty large as these things go. Might your name happen to be Hugitha?
Aye, and who the fuck are you, Scrawny?
Funny you mention eyes. There's a man, a friend of mine, an okay friend of mine, who only has one eye. Makes him very rough-looking, handsome. And he's made you this pie.
Okay, so you...
Bring out the pie.
Yeah. And as you do, the pie is not suffered any problems during transit. Unlike your friends, you weren't sailing around in midair. And as you
It's in the
withdraw
bag
it,
anyway.
yeah. As you withdraw it, Hugofer, who was initially very standoffish, looks at you. She's still a bit cautious, but pretty much like everyone else that's seen this pie so far, as soon as she sees the quality of it, smells it on the air, she's like, all right. Who the fuck's made this then?
Is there like a table?
Yeah, so she was sat at a table. It's a fairly smallish, well, small for a half-orc, small roundish table made of wood.
Is there any tableware?
No.
Okay, I'll do it this way then.
Not that you can see anyway. You can make an investigation check if you'd like.
Sure. I'd like to do this the way that I planned.
Okay.
I guess I don't see anything. Investigation 4.
4. As far as you're concerned, she's probably just going to dig in with her hands and just...
So I'm gonna place the pie in front of her, but I'm gonna very quickly cut her a slice with my whittling knife.
All right.
And I'm gonna slide the slice towards her and say, "This is from my friend BEEG Deep Vest. And on top of it, I'm gonna place a flawed emerald, and I'll say, he wants you to break it off with BORGE.
How come,
Proper
how come he's not here telling me himself then?
Well, you should know. You've got guards.
And as soon as you mention that, she rolls her eyes. He goes, oh, fucking typical. So where's he at now? Off to the boozer?
I think I saw him headed that way.
Fucking typical. That's where BORGE is and all.
That's where BORGE is. Good to know.
We cut back to Luminos and BEEG on the floor of this pub. You can see there's a number of patrons around you. Some of them are slightly shocked. Some of them are like, finally some fucking entertainment. And they sort of form a half semicircle? A semicircle around you.
A quarter circle.
Yes. But they slightly crowd around you as you continue your fight. BEEG, I would like you to make a perception check, but not with disadvantage. Just a regular roll.
18.
18. So even in the heat of battle and with only one working eye, you recognize this hulking form of a half-orc, and you recognize it as your would-be rival, BORGE. He doesn't react. He's still sat there. He's got his arms crossed over, and he's just staring at both of you.
Well, I'm not alright with that.
He's not made any move just yet, so the choice is yours as to what you want to do now.
Okay, so I've just kind of rolled in with my friend Luminos.
Barged in. This has been like a few seconds, and you just had a quick scan around to see who's inside, really. And you've noticed that BORGE is there.
I point at BORGE, and I say, BORGE, unhand my soon-to-be wife and fight me in an arena.
At this point, not realising what's going on, I'd like to run up and kick BEEG in the bollocks.
What?
17.
BEEG, I'd like you to make a strength saving throw.
I'm just wondering if you can do that, because... oh, no, I didn't say, did I?
If you're going to mention rage, you did not rage.
No. I thought I said I want to grapple him into the thing, but I think I just said barging, right?
You just you tackle.
Tackle, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so what am I doing again?
Make a strength saving throw.
Alright, yeah, no problem. Don't worry about me. I rolled a 19.
19, okay.
One minute. 17 I rolled.
17, that's still fine. If anything, this is slightly more impressive.
We've been very evenly matched here.
So you, after you've seen BORGE, you rise up to your full height, BEEG, and you make your declaration to him. You notice a little bit too late that your dwarf companion is rushing up towards you. He can't really kick you in the balls. He's a bit too short for that. But you'll aim a good punch instead. However, with your saving throw, you don't flinch. And you make your declaration with no problems. I think you maintain the entire time.
BEEG of the Iron Sack.
I can't. I'm fucking dying. I can't fucking. I'm
sure you didn't cast Tasha's hideous laugh?
Oh my god, that's the funniest fucking thing. Oh my god, that is fucking. Oh my god. Oh. My god.
1 hour later.
Sorry, 1 minute. Sorry, I just pictured that in my head and it's just so funny.
Oh, it's hilarious to me as well.
It's just the dwarf. I've just been like, I'll fight you in an arena, and then fucking dwarf comes up and punches.
Oh, I should point out that the punch was mid-speech.
Sounds like a headset drop.
I might have actually killed him.
Oh dear.
Okay. Oh god, fucking hell. I'm coming back. Oh. Okay. Carry on.
All right. B. I'd like you to make an intimidation check for me, please.
Oh my god. Oh god, my eyes.
Oh, he's fucking gone now.
Okay, intimidation. I rolled a 21.
21. All right, then. Fuck no.
Oh god.
All right then, B. So, as you make your declaration, Borge uncrosses his hands. He leans forward, and he goes, "BEEG? Fucking hell." You think you can fight me?
Yes.
Or is that more after he's had a minute to pause? Is that more like?
Yes. I can't take this.
Now, Borge is usually the sort of person who would laugh off any sort of challenge, but he's not stupid enough that he doesn't know that BEEG is pretty strong. And after what he's just seen, BEEG rush into a pub, throwing a dwarf against the bar and get punched in the balls and not show anything. He's actually a bit unnerved.
Would I have got advantage on intimidation, even if I didn't have it, because that's happened?
If you didn't already have it, I would have given you that. If you had failed your saving throw, you would have made your speech with a high-pitched voice instead.
I'll kill you! Oh, okay, right. I'm back to normal now, but the scene I pictured in my head were just the funniest thing
Theatre of the mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, my eyes are watering and my stomach kills.
Oh, I can tell.
That was fucking so funny.
Oh dear.
At this point, all eyes are on Borge. Everyone is really excited to see what sort of response he's going to give. Now, Borge, because of his background, he's a fighter first and foremost. He doesn't have any other sort of talents or any sort of interest. He only lives to fight. And he knows pretty much he cannot refuse your challenge. Otherwise, he's going to seem weak. And he gets up from his seat, picks up his tankard. You want to fight then, little BEEG?
Borge, you basic bitch. Course I do. All you know is fighting. Whereas I am an all-round half-orc, where I know lots of things like cooking and friendship, and the friends I have made along my journey. Agree, I hope. I've not even cooked for them once, but yes.
You did.
Let's fight. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Once.
I think you
Let's-
cooked once, and I think it was acceptable.
Yes, I know many things. To be honest, according to based on what these guys eat, it were impeccable.
Oh,
So-
aye, yes. I will stand there nodding.
I'm still chilling out with your missus.
All right, you be careful.
So
She might have you.
at this point, Borge drains his tankard, slams it down on the bar. It's all right then, little BEEG. You, me, tomorrow, arena.
All right, is it still actually functional?
What, the arena?
Yeah.
My penis.
The
You
arena,
punch like a bitch.
the arena hasn't seen much use recently, but it is still functional. Your penis, however, yet to be seen.
I'm just wondering because, like, obviously Jezgrim Scorb's a bloody legend, and it's just kind of like it's not outlawed violence, but
No. So his main goals were to try and incorporate more of human elements to try and make the community more well-rounded.
yeah, and everyone seems pretty chill. And Borge over here looks like a relic of a last era, so let's fucking go for it. Let's.
That is probably the best way to describe Borge. That his main interests are just to fight, and he's more ingrained with his orc side rather than his human side. But
Right.
he sees that as kind of a crutch.
A dick then. Borge, answer me this before we fight in the arena and I leave to prepare. Why'd you do it? You knew I had eyes on Hugither, and I went on my quest for it.
And at this point, he was near the exit, as one of the guards has actually come in at this point, has seen the commotion, and is like, what's going on? And he turns around to you and goes, why did I do it? Because, little BEEG, you were too fucking slow.
Well, that's very upsetting. I didn't expect that response at all. I'm very upset by that. It's in my head already.
Go on, fucking bop him.
I'll bop
Tomorrow.
him tomorrow. He's living in my head rent free. I'm upset by that.
Absolutely rattled.
I'm rattled as fuck.
Borge laughs as he leaves, and a few of the other orcs leave with him as well. There's still a few that are still enjoying their drinks, but it's a lot quieter in this pub now. And the guard that was initially outside of Hugither's house just kind of shakes her head. It's like, for fuck's sake, he's been back for 5 minutes. At this point, we'll cut back to Aremio. So at this point, you've cut the slice of pie for Hugither. You've mentioned that BEEG's at the pub. As she rolls her eyes, she takes a look at this pie. She doesn't bother getting up for any sort of utensils or anything like that. She just picks up this slice of pie, sniffs it at first. She seems satisfied that it's not rancid or just bad ingredients. And she takes a bite, a rather large one. It takes up half a slice. And at first, her face sort of scrunches up instinctively. She's not really used to this sort of cooking. Usually it's just meat and more meat. But after a while, you can see that her features relax. And she swallows the food. And she goes back for the rest of the slice pretty much immediately.
Can
can see
slide
that-
the rest of the pie away slightly?
Sorry?
I want to slide the rest of the pie away slightly. I'm worried she's just going to gobble the lot.
That is a fair.
It is for her.
Yeah, I know.
It's her pie.
Hate to see it.
And Remy, I want you to make a quick perception check for me.
19.
19. So when you walked in, you could see that despite her station, she did have a few like small wounds, a few scars. As she's eating this pie, you can see that there's this brightness to her. She sort of stands up to her full height. And you can see that these wounds start stitching themselves back together. The scars they don't fade entirely, but they're a lot less pronounced. And she seems just a lot livelier. Whether it's just from the good food or just from the apple itself, it's certainly having a positive effect, even if she doesn't necessarily show it through her words and actions.
Did she have any wounds on her hands and arms?
Yeah, so you notice that there were a few like cuts, potentially from maybe some sort of hunting trip.
Okay.
I
wanna, Miss?
Yes.
Miss Huge?
Yes.
This
Sorry,
is the power of my friend's cooking. Look at your arms. Look where you've been attacked before. And see that the wounds are gone.
And as she does so, she stares in amazement and bewilderment. And she just chuckles to herself. Oh, not bad, little pig, not bad. Normally I'd be fucking furious, but neither can scar him all over again.
This is just a taste, pun intended, of what BEEG is capable of. Also, there's that emerald there. That's also a gift from him. That's worth a lot of money. You'd probably buy this.
So she picks up this emerald, turns it around in her hands, and you can see a small smile curl up.
It's not food.
Even after hearing that, she does like try and take like a small bite, just to be sure.
Definitely, the food is the pie.
But
The
it's more like when
money.
you see people that like try and bite down on gold coins. It's like, right, okay.
And so much more in your future if you were to choose my friend BEEG over this other thing. BORGE.
I've got to say, I didn't really expect anything from BEEG. Everyone always went on about his cooking. They always thought he was special, but I didn't see that at first. And when he said he was going to go off, go journeying for the perfect food, I didn't think he was going to do it. But he did it. He's been gone for God knows how many months, years. But fucking hell. I've got to say, he's the best damn cook I've ever met.
He is, and that's the main reason why I started traveling with him. I hated him at first. I mean, by your standards, I guess he's quiet, but he was very, very loud and interrupted some meditation of mine.
She laughs with you as you mention this. It's like, to be honest, I hated him at first and all. I just thought it was all about his cooking, just full of pomp. But now, I think I've been a bit hasty. Yeah, I've definitely been hasty.
Well,
and she goes a bit quiet at this point, and she sits back down. She still eyes the pie as though to say, "Yeah, I'm gonna have the rest of you later." And she kind of looks down for a bit. She's almost ashamed. After a few seconds, she looks back up at you and goes, I'd love to call it off, but I can't. At least Not without due cause.
Are any of the injuries on her very recent?
So the ones that you saw with your 19, they did seem to be fairly recent. Potentially within the last week or so.
Like a fat lip, a black eye?
Um,
Oh dear.
yeah, so most of them were from the arms. Potentially there was like a bruise on her cheek.
Oh, bruise on the cheek.
But it wasn't necessarily like she had been in, was like on death's door. It was just a few wounds that she just incurred during combat, whether it's through sparring, potentially through hunting. You're not really sure. You're not really accustomed with their way of life.
Huge, how much time do you spend with Borge?
I think I've met him like twice.
You've met him twice. Oh, well, there goes that plan. See, I don't know how you feel about lying, but I was gonna say maybe he beats you.
I beat him fucking back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of getting the gist that that's where we are right now. So, what would the processes be then, Miss Clithora, of breaking off this engagement? What due cause would?
When Borge proposed, he put forward his best quality, his strength. And he is mighty. No one else has dared try to challenge him. I know plenty of people that, would have been head over heels for me. But as soon as they heard that Borge was looking into proposing, they all backed off. Most of them know better. However, if someone can challenge him, show that his strength is only second best, then it wasn't good enough in the first place.
So we could prove his best feature to be subpar compared to
Exactly.
other suitors.
If BEEG can prove himself to be just as strong a fighter as he is a cook, then nobody could challenge him.
Interesting. Well, if you don't want to come out of your hut and say hello, I'll bid you a good night.
Okay, so at that point, she shows you through to the door. At this point, the guards have already resumed their station, and they look at you as though and go, "How the fuck did you get in there?" And then they see you first, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know how he got past me. There was the big guy. He threw a dwarf."
Your guards are a bit. What's the word? Shit.
She laughs at that comment, slaps you on the back, and you sort of like stumble forward. Aye, they are a bit.
Can I laugh in the face of one of the guards?
You certainly can.
In a friendly manner. Because I don't want to have to put someone down.
Um,
And like pat his chest as I walk off.
make just a regular charisma check.
If I got any, no, of course I have no bonus to charisma.
No.
12.
12. All right, that's not bad. So you laugh at one of the guards, and Hugh and the other guard laugh with you as well, and he looks a bit defeated. He's like sort of glowers at you, but he doesn't do anything, doesn't retaliate. And as you do so, you can see two figures in the distance walking up the hill. One is shorter than the other.
Oh, new friends.
Well, old friends.
Yeah.
You see that BEEG and Luminos are coming up the hill.
Can I have a shit? I right need a shit.
Wait, in character or?
IRL, I'm afraid. I'll not be long.
Cool.
So I'm going to walk towards Luminos, because BEEG's got that 1,000-yard stare again.
Yeah, at this point, BEEG has noticed that Hukath stood in the doorway, and he's just like, hamana.
So I'm gonna lean over and like bend down and whisper at Luminos. I'm gonna point and laugh at that guy over there, and I want you to join me.
All right then. I'm always game.
And I'm gonna turn around, and we're both gonna look at the guard, which I previously laughed at, and I'm gonna point and go.
Luminous, I'd like you to make a charisma check as well.
Okay, right then. That's an 8.
Right. So with an 8, this guard has... Whereas before he looked ashamed and kind of feeling sorry for himself, as this random dwarf has started laughing at him as well, even though he had seen him just sailing off towards the pub not a few minutes ago. He is pretty angry. He almost moves towards you, and then Hukafa just puts out an arm across his chest and it's like, don't you fucking dare. You're supposed to be guarding me, not picking fights with dwarves. Fucking hell.
Taking slight offence to this, I'd like to look up at it. It's like, do you fucking want some? Do you fucking want some of the small guy?
Look, Luminous, look at where we are. You know BEEG. Imagine that most of the people here are like BEEG, but a little bit worse. And that's their culture.
Right, okay, fair enough. I mean, it's nothing on stone, but...
And can I ask the guard what his name is?
Yeah, so you move back towards the guard and you're asking for his name, and he stares at you without speaking at first.
Come on, give us his fucking name.
Zurag.
Come again?
Zurag.
Once more for those in the back.
Are you fucking deaf? My name
Nope,
is...
I'm just taking the piss.
And everyone else starts laughing again, and you can see... Whereas before you didn't know if half-orcs could blush with embarrassment, you're fairly sure they can now.
I'm gonna leave him alone now. That's enough. I'll
Well,
say.
you can see his barely contained rage. He's got this great sword in front of him. And he's in no position to challenge Hugfa about her decision. But he is pretty pissed at this point.
Zurag, did you know there's an arena?
Of course I know there's a fucking arena.
Hey, there's no need to swear.
Hugfa just shrugs at this point and it's just like, well, I mean, that's how we do things.
I think it's part of the fucking culture.
Yeah, well, we never swore much when I was back at the monastery, so it does take some adapting, but I've been out here a few years, and these really seem like the sort.
That'll be because you're all boring cunts.
Maybe to you, but I think we're quite interesting.
Of course you would.
Remind me to tell you about the 16 different kinds of silence.
Can you do it quietly?
Well, yeah. That is the first kind of silence.
It's gonna need to be quieter than that, please, my pal.
The fourth kind of silence is a melancholy.
He's big. He's big, all right. I'm gonna snap my fingers in front of his face.
Can we start balancing things on his head?
Can I balance on his head?
Make a dexterity check. Acrobatics.
24.
24. BEEG is unresponsive. He is still staring at Hugfa, who, at this point, because it's been quite some time now, you've had a good chuckle about making fun of Zurag, and BEEG, during all this time, has just been staring. Yuka's a bit unnerved. She recognizes him. She seems to like the eye patch. But because of how he is at the moment, you just climb up him like a climbing frame.
Oh, I was going to say, like, I hear in the back of my mind, Rivali's Gale is now ready. And I'm just going to spin and jump up in the air and try and land.
If you want to spin and jump, then by all means. So instead, you tries BEEG up, and you go into a crouch, and you spring up, and you sort of cartwheel in midair, and you land feet on his shoulders.
Oh, is this the part where Eremio shoves BEEG up his ass?
And I squat.
Ah, yes, the Gulfius shaft.
I'm just going to backflip off. He doesn't seem bothered.
All right, making an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Hello.
That one's not so good. That's an 18.
Okay, so after jumping onto BEEG's shoulders, that seems to stir him awake.
Hey.
And you still make your backflip, but you almost lose your footing before you do that.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, you've been comatose for the last few minutes. You've just been staring at Hugo and being like, homina, 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 homina.
Oh, mama.
I've just been making fun of one of the guards for being shit.
Yeah, I've made a blood enemy.
Yeah, you've definitely not made any friends today.
Who wants to be friends with these?
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Wow. Wow. Well.
So, B, you can see that Huka's in a doorway. She's just showing Eremio out, and she's seen you staring for the last few minutes, and it's just like, all right, are you going to say anything?
Yes.
Oh, good. You can speak then.
Sorry, Hugatha, but I was blinded by your beauty, and also by the fact that my friend threw a rock at me to my one eye that was blinding with light.
I mean, that only happened for the one round, but all right.
I know, but I'm still kind of shocked that he did that. I mean, that's just cheeky, really.
It was only a trick to make it seem like I was casting a really powerful spell at you.
It were good.
Well, stop fucking complaining then.
It just hurt me.
Fucking hell, you're the softest barbarian I've ever met.
Like Barben.
Can I just make a side note? When did Eremio grow these fucking plums?
What the fuck is going on?
I'm like, you know, I'm happy that I've managed to sneak inside a hut, deliver a message, insult a guard, which is, to be honest, one of my favourite things to do, and both jump on and backflip off my friend here's shoulders.
Right, okay then, fair enough. I guess that pretty much explains it.
I'm itching for a fight.
Right then, boys. Well, the sun's almost going down. What do you fancy doing? Do you want to go to the pub for a little bit, or do you want to get some rest and get ready for tomorrow?
Let's go back to my hut. But just before we do, Hugatha, you will
Yes.
one day be mine. That's if you want to. You know, done all this for you. It would be really nice if you were. I'm gonna go to bed and then I'm gonna go and beat up BORGE. See ya.
As you mentioned that you're going to beat up BORGE, she's kind of shocked.
Why the surprised face?
It's it's only because I've only just given your friend here the idea.
Oh no, I met him in pub. Gonna beat shit out of him.
I mean, we could have
Bye.
we could have gone with there's a magical link, you know, big you up even more, but coincidence apparently.
If I have to big myself up even more for this woman after what's already gone down, she's just not worth it. I'm sorry.
So as you make your way back to your hut, BEEG, you do notice that during your conversation, Yukta was smiling at you, which before now you had never seen.
See that, boys? I think she likes me.
A nice smile or like a orky kind of smile?
More like a gun.
She's stunning, isn't she? Eremio, she's stunning. Tell me she's stunning. She's stunning, isn't she?
She would stop a cart on the road.
She's beautiful.
She's big, but you're big.
I'm big. I am big. I'm
Congratulations.
big.
That sounds like you're having an existential crisis there.
I am big. I scream,
Oh, no,
and then I go to
I
bed.
am big.
Get the affirmations out of the way.
So you make your way back to your hut, Beeg. You notify Jez about what you've done during your short time out, and he also gives you this surprised look like, you've certainly been busy, lad. I thought you were going to take it a bit slow, but no, all right, you've wooed your bride to be, and you've challenged the strongest guy here.
Is
Fair play to you, lad.
he's the strongest guy here?
Pretty much. BORGE is the strongest one.
Oh, why didn't you tell me? I would have fucking offered him a fate.
You're gonna have to use your smarts today, lad.
Oh, I'm gonna die, boys. I'm gonna die tomorrow. But I just want you both to know it's been fun.
We'll get to meet that halfling sorcerer yet.
Okay, so you retire for the night. Finally,
Can I just can I set up a bed for the old Eremio Luminos, or is have they got a nice hotel to stay in or something?
So there will be some makeshift accommodation that would be available for Eremio and Luminos if they decide to take it, or you could set up a makeshift bed for them at your place if you'd like.
What do you think, Luminos? Big snoring, get on your nerves as well?
No,
I'd really like
a sleepover, innit?
I'd like my boys to be with me before I go in. I'm going into battle, and I require my strongest of friends.
I think let's stay over with the big lad.
Fine.
Can anyone play an instrument?
Well, I was going to brew some acid.
Okay.
I was going to sit in front of your fire pit in your front room, if you've got more than one room, and use my alchemist supplies to attempt to make some acid.
Well,
So
I mean,
it's only a
that
small
takes a
hut.
while.
We're here for the night.
Yeah, I think we're long resting here, aren't we?
Yeah, you're long resting.
Alright, go on long rest.
And then I can
But-
be preoccupied with something and not have to make conversation.
Well, he's going straight to bed.
Sounds like you are as well. So I'm going to stay
Yeah.
up and make some acid.
Okay. What do you need to do for that then? I think that's something in Xanathar's.
No, I- I think it's
Actually, just search alchemist.
it's a tools check, I think. If I can't make acid, I'd like to just attempt to make anything that's useful at all.
Do. Okay. I will say
I
Right.
have some raw material.
Make a intelligence check with proficiency. Are you proficient with alchemist tools?
I am.
Yes, you are. So yeah. So that would be a d20 plus 2 for you.
My proficiency modifier is 2.
Yes.
That's a 15.
15? That is just enough.
Oh,
So it takes you a little while at first. It's your first time really doing this, or at least first time in a while. And you're having to make do with the materials that are around you on the mountainside. However, along with a few of the components that you've found along your way, you do start concocting something that you're pretty sure is acidic in nature. And you start siphoning it off into one of your empty bottles. So
shake BEEG awake. Gently, I was shaking, but fine. BEEG, it occurs to me that you might be heading to your death. And I noticed that you're not the best with ranged attacks. So here's some acid.
What's this for?
If it's the kind of fight where you're going to use weapons and that sort of stuff, maybe start the fight by throwing this acid in his face.
Why?
You've turned into a fucking monster.
I didn't like him. I've not seen him, so I don't know him. But
He's not very nice.
The way Hugitha described him.
He's not very nice.
I just wanted to do something nice for you. I feel like I bully you a lot. Here's some acid. Good night.
Yes, I feel like I bully the half-orc too much. Here's pH 14.
Yeah, I've made some alkaline.
Yeah. Oh, 50-50 chance of getting that right.
But I'll say I'm pretty sure that's not correct.
Have I got a litmus strip?
Intelligence.
Anyway,
No.
Cool.
it serves you well. Good night.
Thank you, Ramiro, and I drink the acid.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So you take
all the damage and die. What the?
Well, it's 2d6.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
I mean, not death.
I'm just gonna I see him going for it, and I'm gonna catch his hand and just shake my head. No.
What's it for then?
It's for exactly what I said to do with it.
He's literally just told you.
Sorry, I'm just coming round, boys. All right, back to bed. Thank you.
I'm now worried.
Okay, so after you've made your acid, you decide it's time for you to retire for the night as well.
A little bit of meditation, then sleep.
Yeah. And you wake up the next morning. No sort of issues that you can see. You hear a sharp rapping at the door. And Jez lets himself in. BEEG. Come on, lad, it's time to get up.
I get up.
Don't be doing that, lad.
Does he do this every morning? Go around everybody's house and just wake them up?
Well, usually not everyone decides to challenge the biggest guy in the village for a fight. I need to make sure that he's up and ready, and I need to make sure you and your little friend are up and ready and all.
Can you...
Everyone up.
Incredibly derogatory to call him my little friend.
It's okay.
It's not.
Throw the acid at it.
You've got the acid.
For good reason.
If you want to commit an act of vitriolage on your elected representative, go for it.
Jez at this point will just put his hands up and he's like, I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name, dwarf.
No, it's fine. I see how it is. You fucking old cunt.
Hey, Jez is a legend.
We're
He
awake
stares
now.
at you blankly for a moment. I think he laughs.
See-
I can see why you like these guys, BEEG.
They're alright, aren't they?
Oh, it's okay. I'm friends with him now.
And he thumps you on the back as well, in a laughing, joking way. Right then,
See, one of the boys.
See him on a climbing wall next to you.
right then, BEEG, you pretty much know what you're doing. This is going to be hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, can I not use weapons?
No.
Oh, me pal.
Well, let me put it this way. It's definitely going to start hand-to-hand.
I knew it.
Whether it ends that way, who can say, really?
That's a
I'm going to be bashing him off the head with his own leg.
However, yesterday, lads, I mentioned that I might need you guys. I've got a sinking suspicion that BORGE is going to try and shift the odds.
Well, if he tries to do that, I'll just fucking guiding bolt him.
No, because he may not look it, but he's a little bit smarter than he lets on. He's not going to just cheat in any old way. He's not going to pull out a fucking knife. It's a hand-to-hand combat.
Fucking
okay.
knife. Jez!
What's this crafty little bastard gonna do?
Yeah, what do you think he's got planned, Chizimus Kobold?
I've not got any proof, lads, I'll be honest, but this isn't the first time he's been fighting people. And whenever he's been up against anyone who's remotely as strong as what he is, I've noticed that something's always gone wrong. Either someone's tripped over where they shouldn't have, or there's been like a cave-in or something if it's an underground arena. And it's always been tragic. It's always been, not great, but it's always ruled in his favour.
Do you not clean this arena?
This one, well, there's a few rocks here and there, but I'm a little bit worried. I know that some of his lads, they're not exactly stellar members of society. I'm worried that, especially with what I've heard about what BEEG did yesterday, they're none too happy about him challenging their boss.
Chizimus, are you asking us to kill people?
No, I'm not asking you to kill anyone. I'm
That's
asking you.
fine.
We're pretty used to doing that.
The long quiet.
Yeah, there's another quiet pause, and he just looks at BEEG again. It's like, fucking hell, lad. Who have you brought in?
Legends.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, remember, and while we're all sitting here and spitballing ideas about how we're gonna overcome this potentially unfair advantage from the opposition side, how about we give him a little bit of an unfair advantage ourselves? And at that point, I'd like to ruffle around in my bag and pull out the potion of hill giant strength.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
Right, so if you drink this just before you go into the fight, you'll get very fucking strong.
Okay.
And a little bit of meta. When you drink this potion, your strength score changes to 21 for 1 hour.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay.
So, your strength modifier will change from a +4 to a +5.
Every little helps.
Need to do 6 damage with every unarmed attack.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And from me, BEEG, you've got our little friend Bernie McFacerson.
What
Right,
did-
so
The acid.
Oh,
I thought you said birdie, and I'm like,
Yeah, I did as well.
Bernie.
Yeah, I get you now.
Melty McBurnerface.
When Jez sees the potion of Hill Giant Strength, at first he almost wants to go into protest, but then he thinks, nah, I'm not a big fan of BORGE as it is. Be our little secret, won't it, BEEG? He winks at you.
What's that? What's that you just did with your face?
I wasn't sure whether you were doing what's that to what Jez has said, or what's that putty prisoner.
Oh no, I know that. Putty prisoner. The Sea King or whatever,
Right.
innit?
I didn't know which one you were going for. No, BEEG. You know what, never mind. I'll explain to you afterwards.
Ah, alright. Might not be in afterwards, but alright.
Jez,
Fine.
have you got any kind of leads that me and my dwarfy friend can follow up? Like, you've said some incredibly vague things.
I know, lads, I know. And hopefully, I'm just being paranoid. Like I said, I've never been able to prove anything. And if I start going around telling people that BORGE is a fucking cheater, I'm liable to get fucking killed. Which, at
Yeah.
my age, I'd rather not, to be honest. So I've been rooting around. I've been thinking about if I was going to sabotage a fight, what would I be doing? And he leads both of you outside and he points towards where the arena is. And you follow his where he's pointing, and he motions a little further up, and you can see that there is like a small peak just above this arena. I'd say, lads, if I were going to do something, I'd do something up there. I don't know, maybe a landslide, something like that.
Right, well, I guess we need to watch point.
Seems incredibly irresponsible.
He's gonna try and drop rocks on me.
And himself.
I don't know,
And
lad.
the audience.
Like I say, maybe I'm being paranoid. Maybe I'm just looking for trouble where there isn't any. But
Thanks for bringing it up, though.
BEEG, you've been through some shit.
I am.
Well, you've been travelling for God knows how long. You've come back, and fucking BORGE decides he wants to, muscle in. Now, lad, you deserve a fair chance of this.
Mark will be back in a minute.
But
What was that?
I don't know. I've never even heard of him before.
Yeah, Emio says some weird things sometimes, doesn't he?
Aye, but they look like trustworthy folks, so I'll trust them with this. So, big question is, lad, are you ready to fight?
Yeah? All I need is my fists. There isn't
Hello?
a single problem I can fix about BORGE with my hat.
How long have we got to the fight? When do we think's an optimal time to drink this potion?
I'd say you're fighting about an hour's time. He's not
Right.
messing around, BORGE. He wants it over and done with as soon as.
So it says here on this potion that it only lasts for an hour. So you need to take it probably about 5 minutes before you go in.
Oh well.
Right, so I will. I'll take this out of my inventory, and I'm just gonna give it to you.
Do meditation over. Anyone else?
Your pal?
What are we doing?
Okay, so we were just saying that. So the fight's in about an hour's time. BORGE isn't messing around.
Good music.
Yeah, totally planned.
Borge isn't messing around.
Luminous, what would you like to do about this? You think we ought to head up there, go on a little hike?
I think we should go and have a sniff, and I suppose up there we could keep an eye out for anything else that may happen around the stadium. Can we still see in to the stadium to keep an eye on the fight from up there?
So make a perception check.
Right. Okay. Perception.
Actually, I don't know why I'm saying that. The peak's fairly far away. You're not going to be able to see exactly what sort of viewpoint you've got. Instead, you turn to Jez when you ask him, and it's like, from what I remember, laddie, I think depending where you are, you've probably got a good view of the arena from there. That's exactly why they're going up there. There's a good view. And it looks to go tumbling down. Ah, well. Prime target.
Right, I think we should go and have a look up there then.
Yeah, let's.
Okay then. So, BEEG, you wave goodbye to your friends as they take a detour towards the mountain peak that Jez pointed out.
As I'm leaving, I want to turn around and give him a wink and be like, "Don't worry, you're going to be smashing, champ, and don't forget, 5 minutes before I get that down your fucking neck."
The acid.
No, fuck me. The
Come
other
on.
one. The other one. No, don't drink the fucking acid. Just the other one. Right,
I feel
okay.
like I've made BEEG lose like fucking 5 intelligence points in 10 minutes.
I'm gonna say you've got an 8 for intelligence, not fucking 2.
I'm only joking. I know exactly what to do. Thank you very much, lads. You've been legends.
Right, okay. I'll see you later.
Big ruse.
Good luck on your day.
Thank you. That's the nicest Remio's ever been to me.
With Borge.
I knew it.
All
Right,
right.
okay. Let's start wandering up there.
Okay then. So this is going to be a bit awkward for me because I'm having to do this over 2 maps.
Double mapping it.
Yeah.
Oh
So
dear.
yeah. We'll cut to you, BEEG.
Yeah.
You follow Jez down to the arena. There's rock outcroppings as you go down there. You can see that for the first time in quite some time, the arena is packed with nearly everyone that lives in this district.
Well,
As they see you, a few of the young ones start whispering amongst themselves, "Oh, BEEG, I told you. I told you it was, as big as BORGE." She's like, nah, it's...
Batman don't shit. He nasty.
Oh God, I just realised it.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming.
I didn't, and now I do.
an operating table.
I'm here to send a message.
A few people cheer as they see you. On the other end of the arena, there's a few scowls. You can tell that the arena is pretty evenly split. There's obviously a Team BEEG and a Team BORGE. Under Jez's instruction, you disarm. You give up all of your belongings. You still keep your... do you have any armor on? Or no?
No, I haven't put armor on at all.
Of course not. So yeah, you go in with nothing. And make a perception check on BORGE for me.
Hey, I rolled not good. Oh wait, it's disadvantage, isn't it?
It is disadvantage, yeah.
You don't let it matter. I've rolled a 2. Oh, it's 19 on other one. I wish I just never rolled. What the fuck?
You think that BORGE doesn't have anything either, though, so... Looks like this
Nice.
is going to be a fair fight.
All right, cool.
I'll not be mean. You will have drunk your potion before you went into the arena.
I drink my potion before I go into the arena.
Do you drink the correct one?
I look at both files and I go, which one was it? Eeny, meeny, miny, probably this one, and I drink the right potion.
The one on the right side or the correct one?
Oh god. The correct one.
All right, so yeah, for the
That's
purposes
not
of,
bubbling.
for the purposes of this battle, then your strength goes up from 18 to 21,
Sweet, bro.
and you feel your muscles bulge ever so slightly, and you just got that little bit more confidence that you're going to make Borge's day just a little bit more worse than you expected.
Nice. I also need a shit again. I'm so sorry, guys.
Cool. No, that's fine. We'll move on to the other two as a
Perfect. Perfect. Just gonna go for the quickie.
All right then. So Aremio and Luminos, you make your way to the peak of the mountain, and as Jez said, you look over the peak and you can see the arena. You got a great bird's eye view of the action. You can see that the arena is packed with all the inhabitants, at least most of them. You can see that Borge is already in the arena. He's still a little bit small, but you can see that he's like moving around, potentially gloating to his fans. And you believe that you can spy that BEEG has made it.
You think he's drunk any potion, or maybe the right one?
Well, if he starts joking and keels over and dies within the first couple of minutes, then I think we've got a good idea that he's picked the wrong potion, but we'll actually give him some credit because he remembered to drink something in the first place. But he is looking a little larger.
It's just
Yeah,
perspective.
it is a little hard to see from your current perch, but
I mean,
you've
I
got
think-
a feeling that he's pulled through. He's actually done what he said he will.
Let's get his fingers crossed anyway. Let's just make sure there's no fucking funny business up here.
Do you both want to make a perception check for me?
Aye, I will roll for a perception check. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And Aremio?
Microphone? 13.
13. Okay, Aremio, you have a cursory glance around. And as far as you're concerned, you're both alone on this mountaintop. Hopefully, Jez's prediction was just a brief bit of paranoia. Luminous, you come to the same conclusion as well, but you do hear... I mean, you can hear the voices from the arena as people are cheering. You swear you can hear something behind you as well. You can't see anything as you look down the path that you both took up here. There's nothing to say that anyone's followed you per se, but you swore you could hear something.
Alright, I swear to God I could hear something just then.
Well, no, I swear that we're alone. What can you hear?
Don't know, I swear I just heard some voices behind. It's probably just the echo from the fucking arena.
Whereabouts?
Don't know, I feel like it was behind us though. I'm on the top of the hill.
Top. I mean, we've nothing else to do. It doesn't look like the fight's started yet. We might as well take a look.
Yeah, let's have a... I don't know, let's go and have a butcher's.
Would you like me to go first? Quiet like.
Yeah, why not? I'll knock a boot here.
So I'm gonna crouch low to the ground, pull the hood up.
Okay.
I'm gonna see, using any cover that's available, I'm going to head towards where Luminos thinks he's heard a noise.
You're both. Are you seeing the map?
Yes, yeah.
I wasn't using it. yeah.
I'm going to say, according to this map, which way are we facing?
So, towards the north of the map, the arena is to the north of where
Right,
you are.
okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, Jez's fear is that someone's going to come to the peak, potentially push some of the rocks over, and they topple into the arena, potentially causing a distraction or harming BEEG. Because if that was the case, BORGE would be familiar, would probably take steps to avoid it. So it would be a case of BEEG's got to dodge a impromptu landslide while also fighting BORGE.
And Luminos thinks he's heard a noise from the path leading up.
He believes that he's heard noise from the path that you've taken up here.
Okay, so I'd like to, I guess if I could get near or in any of these bushes with the hood up, try and blend in and then peek around this corner.
Okay, I'll say you can move either here, here, or here for cover.
I'll go here.
You go here? Okay, I would like you to make another perception check.
Did my mic cut out again?
I don't
Yeah.
hear anything.
God damn it. It's because I'm eating as well. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
It's a 21.
21. Okay, then. So you can see. You don't see any forms initially, but one of the bushes nearby does rustle ever so slightly. And
Wow.
with that, are you back at Eva's?
No, I
guess
think
not.
he's still doing a boop.
Okay, we'll do a little bit more here then. So, Romeo, with your role, like I said, you can see that the bushes were shaking, and you do hear a small voice. Fucking shut up.
Right, well, I'm. Would I have heard that voice from up here?
I would say I don't want to keep on making you roll and roll and roll. I would say that you heard something again. You're not necessarily sure if it's a voice or not. You just hear a similar sort of sound. It might have been a
Right,
wildlife.
okay.
When I've heard that, can I sort of peek my head up over the stairs and look at Luminos, still being all quiet, stealthy dark? Catch his attention.
Yeah, so
Oh.
we'll say for the purposes of time that Luminos, you do spot Romeo. You know what to look for, even with his hood up. And Romeo gives you this sign, he gives you a nod.
I'm gonna jerk with my thumb and mouth orc, and then I'm gonna hold my palm up in front of me and say mouth day, and then pop behind this bush.
All right, because you're moving from one position to another, make a stealth roll for me, please.
Need 2 dice for that.
Yep, because you are
18 and a 19. Oh yeah, what does that give me? 25.
25.
Got that +6 on stealth.
Yeah, no, so you move over to the bush seemingly without any consequence.
What did I miss?
Luminos and Remio were just getting in position, ready to support you.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
So we then move back to BEEG. At this point, your motion to get inside the arena,
Okay.
and you can see that there is another half orc in a big chair above both of you and Borge. It's not Jez. He is stood in your corner, directly behind you on the stand. And this guy, I don't have a name for him. Let me figure out.
Dildo.
His name is Jurak. And he spreads his arms and he bellows out, "Welcome, welcome all. Today we see BEEG, Geekfist, take on BORGE for the purposes of the proposal to Yugava."
That's it.
What'd you say?
I said that's it. That's exactly the reason why I'm here.
Now, without any further ado, BEEG, BORGE, fight! And everyone begins to cheer. I would like you to roll for initiative.
Round 1.
Sick. 14.
14? Yep, you're going first.
Sound. I run up to him and I throw acid in his face.
Down. So you don't have anything on you at this stage.
Oh, okay. Well, I run up to him, right?
Yeah.
And I deliver a beautiful 1-2 punch in which I duck down to avoid any potential blows, and as I come back up, deliver a beautiful uppercut. And also I activate rage.
Yeah. All right, so you begin to rage then, BEEG. And you... Yep, so if you want to move towards Borge then.
Oh, you're approaching me!
You're approaching him.
I know, it's all part of the good joke, though.
You're Dio in this.
Me!
So, did you roll to attack?
Horrendously, I did. I rolled an 11. Oh, wait, can I do it with Reckless?
Yeah, you can do reckless.
Go. I rolled a 24.
I believe that does hit.
Beautiful. Can I change my last attack to be a quick jab into one of his arms, specifically where a nerve bundle is?
When did he pick up on the
Would he really feel that?
That was a nerve bundle in your deltoid. Might not have hurt, but you won't be using that arm for a while.
I did not expect this at all, and I'm really glad that this is happening.
Yeah, there's no point in really disengaging, is there?
At this point, no.
No, I'm gonna say. Okay, so basically, with it being a unarmed strike, I just roll. I don't roll anything, do I?
No, you don't.
I just hit for 6.
Yeah, you hit for 6. So. Yeah, so as soon as you hear fight BEEG, you explode into your rage and you launch yourself towards Borge. He was not expecting you to rush towards him so quickly. and he doesn't have time to prep a defense as you just deliver this uppercut into his chin, and you smash into his shoulder as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the effect that you were expecting.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But you still deal plenty of damage to him. Then his go. And he is going to punch back at you. Except that he doesn't seem to connect.
Aha! Head movement, head movement.
Can't hit the barbarian. Ugh.
No. He goes for a counter strike, but the force of your last attack put him off balance. And as you swing towards him, you just duck your head out the side, and he just sails wide. BEEG, you'll go again.
Okay. So seeing that I've just kind of like dodged that attack, I just go for a whopping underarm punch straight to the stomach.
All right, roll to attack.
Can I do it recklessly again?
Yeah. Oh, that's a
So-
good point. I should have done my last one with advantage, actually.
Too late, bitch!
Yeah, I feel like.
So yeah. 23.
23? Yeah. So, taking advantage of this break very early on, you punch him square in the stomach, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An
And-
underarm punch straight to the stomach like a battering ram.
And he coughs from the sudden impact, and you deal another 6 damage to him.
Doing alright so far. Watch him have like 300 HP or something.
At this point, BORGE roars out with a war cry that almost matches yours, BEEG. And he's going to make his attack now. And this time he does connect. He throws his entire weight on you, and he deals 5 damage to you. Reduced to 3. No, 2 even.
2 in it.
Sick. Cool.
At this point, we'll move back to Luminous and Aremio.
I like this. I like this multi-location thing.
Aremio, because you're the one that's taking points on this one, you hear the voices further down the path get louder. And you see 2 half-orcs that burst from the foliage. And after hearing the thunderous applause from down below, they begin moving towards the stairway.
Yeah, I want to stay hidden.
Okay. At this point, because you're stealthed, Aremio, the half-orc, he does not see you. But he does spot Luminos at the peak. And he chuckles. It's like, well, well. Wasn't expecting the short one to be here.
And I'd like to turn around and meet his gaze and be like, well, boys, you're out for a fucking stroll, are you? It's a lovely fucking day for it.
Aye. Great seats, these. Mind if we tag along?
Nah, get yourself sat down, pal, but you keep your hands to yourself, and I don't want any popcorn.
Alright, so we'll do 2 turns at a time for each one.
Yeah.
So this guy is going to come toward you, Luminos. He's not close enough to launch any sort of attack.
Okay, I want to make a move now that guy's gone up the stairs.
Okay, what would you like to do then, Aremio?
They've not made any threatening like gestures, but Iremio would assume that like this is no coincidence. So I'm gonna spring out of cover, hopefully, still, stealthy if I can. And I'm gonna jam my quarterstaff in this guy's back, going for like a kidney punch, but with the quarterstaff.
Okay. Roll to attack with advantage because they don't know you're there.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Roll for damage.
Plus 4. 10 damage.
10 damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to spend a key point and do flurry of blows as well, and just do a 1-2 punch in the exact same spot.
Okay, so you're focusing all your efforts on one particular spot.
Yeah. I'll tick off a key point. Do they still not see me, or does he know that I'm there now that I've heard him?
So your first attack, that was with advantage, but he knows you're there now, so it's just a regular attack roll now.
Okay, so this is flurry of the blows. One's a natural 20, one's a 7.
Great. Roll double dice on your unarmed attack then.
2d4. 4. Which... Another 10 damage.
Bloody hell.
And...
Your last one?
Well, that was both of them. One missed.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah. No problem then.
And I want him to fall prone.
Does he
open hand
make a
technique.
save for that?
Dex, DC 13.
No, he fails, and this half-orc goes prone.
30 feet of movement, I'm gonna back up, I guess, the rest of my 20 feet, so that there's no way that he can get me. Because I was there, so there to there was 30, and here to here is 12. No, I would be there, sorry. Here to here is 20 feet.
Okay then. So as you run up to this half-orc Remio, your footsteps virtually silent. You strike against this half-orc in his side. He sort of doubles over, coughing up, and you deliver a follow-up punch that just seems just as threatening as before. The half-orc just falls over in agony, screaming. The first one that was looming towards Luminos, he spins around and is like, What the fuck?
As he spins around, can I run up behind him and trip him over?
One's on the floor, the other one's turned around.
Or at least give him a good twat.
Okay. In that case, then, make a athletics check.
Athletics.
And this will take your attack.
That's disadvantage as well.
You disadvantaged on athletics.
I am at the minute, I think.
What from?
Yeah, because I'm wearing chainmail.
Oh.
That's +2 as well. 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah, I got a 19 and a 13.
That was still all right. And you knock this half-orc prone. Because that takes your action, you can't do anything else, but both of these orcs are now on the floor.
Yeah.
And that was both their actions. Because they took one to actually get near you. Actually, no, they took both to get near you. So, no problem there. We now move back to BEEG versus BORGE. BEEG, what would you like to do next?
What would I like to do next?
Now is not the time for pondering something.
Can I try and knock him prone?
You can try and shove him.
I mean, It's a class feature. Not everybody can just.
Actually, it's not a class feature. It is actually an action in combat you can make.
No, I meant like for the monk thing. The open hand technique. I was meaning, like everybody's wanting to not trip somebody up now.
Yeah, but like
I was just wondering because I've just seen actions in combat and there's loads of them in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I thought like shove is kind of like you're knocking them over.
Yeah, that's what I've just used for Luminos.
Ah, cool.
trend.
So you can either knock a target prone or push it 5 feet away from you.
Okay.
But that means that you're just pushing them. You're not actually dealing any damage.
Okay. I would like to just try and head kick him.
As in, kick him in the head?
Just kind of like seems so. Do you know? It's like kind of. I think I'm just going to keep an attack in the stomach. To be fair.
All right.
So I'm just going to do like a kind of like a spinning kick straight to the stomach.
Yeah, sure.
Just like attacking the sides a little bit. Recklessly as well.
Yeah.
Does a 26 hit?
26 does hit.
Okay, well I do that.
Roll for damage.
Do I have to?
I mean, not really.
Then I'll not.
Hey, if you don't want to damage him, that's fine.
In it unarmed though.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm so used to rolling for damage.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes. You deliver the same sort of strike to him, BEEG, and you notice that it doesn't seem to carry the same weight as it did before. Now that he's let loose his own war cry.
Oh, that's a bit shit.
For intents and purposes, he's raging as well.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is interesting now.
And he will roar back. He's going to grab your shoulder BEEG and he's going to deliver a uppercut towards you. Does a 20 hit?
Let me have a look.
I know it does.
Fuck you. Yes, it does.
All right then. So he will deal 7 points of damage, rounded down to 3.
Cool.
It's now your go again.
Cool. Recklessly. So wait 1 minute. What did he just do to me? He delivered an uppercut. As my head recoils back, I bring my head back over and headbutt him straight in the fucking face.
Nice. Yeah, roll with advantage then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure an 18 hits, right?
18 does hit.
Cool. That's
Right.
exactly what I do. And I go, "You don't get it, do you, son?"
This isn't an arena, it's a kitchen.
And I am the chef.
All right then. So you impact against him. You see a trickle of blood come down from where you've impacted him. He's now bleeding from his nose. He grins, gives this low laugh, and he's going to try and kick you in the knee. And he does so successfully, dealing yeah, so that is 6 damage, so rounded down to 3.
Easy.
Okay, so we move on to Romeo and Luminos. Now that the surprise is over, I'd like you both to roll for initiative as well.
Yeah, boy. Oof. It's not very good. 5.
God, could you not hear me again?
No.
Mine was 12, but I'm going to alter my input sensitivity. Getting a bit frustrated.
No worries, dude.
I need to. That's too bad. How's that, guys?
Yeah,
That's alright.
Yeah.
I've taken a lot of stuff off my desk, so.
and that was 5 for Luminos
Yeah, that was a 5 for me.
and 13, was it?
12.
12. Cool. All right then. So it's the first half orc. That'll go first. He's going to use half his movement to get back up, and he is going to go towards you now, Luminos. And you can see that he's dual wielding 2 hand axes.
Cool. Right
So
then.
he's going to take a couple of swipes at you. The first one is a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right then. And the second one also misses. So this half orc, he springs up from the ground. He's fucking pissed that you just tripped him over, and he comes towards you with like an X slash, but you just sidestep out of the way. You've seen this tactic too many times. You're not going to get caught out by that by this fucking novice.
While he's taking a swing at me, and I've sidestepped to one side, I'd just like to mimic what he said earlier and be like, "Oh, look, they sent the short one."
Remio, it is now your go.
I'm gonna saunter up and crack my staff down on this guy's throat.
That sounds like the starter of porno.
Okay, make your attack with advantage because he's prone.
He's still on the floor.
Still on the floor.
That's a 15.
A 15 hits, yeah.
Yes. Staff 1d8 plus 4. That's 9 damage.
Damage. Okay. You can hear a sickening crunch. And you can see that there's blood that's pouring out of this orc's mouth.
I got blood, and I stamp on his face.
Okay. Roll to attack.
That's another 15.
15. Don't bother rolling for damage.
Oh, nice.
He had 1 left. So you bring your boot down on this half orc, and he splutters, and he is no longer moving.
I use a bit more movement to get a little bit closer, but just, I guess, here, so that the half orc can see me. Maybe here. Try and put him off.
Okay. Luminos, it's now your go.
I'd like to hold my hand out to the half orc and look him in the eye and go, "You gotta shake my hand."
He won't be able to because he's got his arms full.
Oh, he hasn't he? Well, in that case, I'll grab his arm and look him in the eye and go, "Don't worry, it's going to be okay." And then, while saying that, I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds through touch.
Okay. Is that just an attack roll then?
Yes, it's attack plus 5. 19.
19 hits, roll for damage.
3d10.
3d10.
Where the fuck are my d10s? Here's one. There's another one. Sorry, I just need to find the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right, there they are. Ooh, this is going to be a satisfying roll. Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. That'll be 23.
23 damage.
Yes.
Fucking hell. So you reach out, you grab this half-orc's arm as he makes his failed swing, and you can see his facial expressions just contort into agony. He falls down onto his knees, and as you let go, you can see breathing is very shallow, very sharp. And he looks up at you, Luminos, like, what the fuck are you?
I'd like to look back down and go, I'm the short one.
He doesn't respond, but there is a glint in his eyes that just screams, I don't want to be here anymore.
Regret.
And as we get into the next round, Eremio, you look at the foot of the stairway, and you can see that. Oh, hang on. 2 more orcs have approached. And he's going to use.
Turn? Oh, okay.
No, so these guys, they got higher initiative.
Shit.
Oops. Oopsie.
So he's going to move towards you, Eremio, and he's going to make 2 attacks with his hand axe. One is a dirty 20, the other is a 14.
Okay. 20 hits, 14 misses.
Okay. And that deals 6 damage. So the half-orc sprints up the stairs. He's got both of his hand axes out. The first one cuts alongside your chest. The third one was going to go straight across your belly, but you managed to just about dodge that one. His friend will also... Yeah, he's going to rush up the stairs as well, and he's going to take a stance against you as well. And that is... does a 17 hit?
Yeah, just.
Just. Yeah, so again, only one of the axe swipes actually connects, but this one nicks your shoulder. And that only does 4 damage.
All right.
Eremio, it is now your go.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to take my Goldfius staff and I'm going to crack it under the chin of the first one that attacked me.
Okay, that would be half orc 4 then.
18 to hit.
18 hits, yeah. Roll the damage.
And that is 9 damage.
9 damage.
And I'm going to spend another key point to do Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
1 at half orc 4, 1 at half orc 3, I think.
Yep.
At half orc 4, it's a 15 to hit.
Yep, 15 hits.
Nice. Still just that, so that's 1d4 plus 4. 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
And I want to push him 15 feet back from where we are, which would be like here. But I want to see if he falls down the stairs.
Okay, yeah.
It's a strength DC 13.
Strength DC 13. He gets a 18.
Oh, fine. And after I've punched that guy, I'm going to come and roundhouse kick half orc 3.
Okay.
With a good, that's good. 23 to hit.
23 hits. Roll for damage.
It's only 5 damage, but I also want him to make a strength check.
Okay.
To see if he falls here and slides down the hill.
Wait, can you do that on just any strike?
Whenever you hit with one of your flurry of blows attacks, you can impose one of the following effects.
Yeah, all right then.
Since both hit, I can impose on both.
Yeah. Yeah, he completely fails his strength saving throw, and he goes 5, 10, 15, and he falls down the cliff. And he will take an extra 5 damage.
Get it?
And as you do that, Romeo, you can hear his shouting as he's tumbling off the cliff. And you can hear that there are also some other voices accompanying him as you hear him splat on the ground.
Oh, heck. I'm going to move a little bit away from this half-orc that's hitting me. Actually, I'm going to go next to Luminos here. I attacked half-orc 4, so he doesn't attack me.
Yeah, so with half-orc 4, you swung your staff up into his chin, and you delivered another strike to his stomach, trying to push him forward, but he manages to brace himself on the impact. Okay, it's now half-orc 1's go. And he's going to bring himself back onto his feet. He's going to look you in the eyes, Luminous. Even though he's afraid of what's just occurred to him, he's not going to back down, and he's going to try and slice you again, hopefully with a bit more finesse.
Right, okay then, big man.
Oh dear. Oh bitch.
Oh, bitch.
So the first one was a natural 20,
Oh, wow.
followed by a 21.
That one hits. Oh, the hit.
All right, so altogether that's 3d6 plus 3. So you take 15 points of damage from both slices.
Is that 15 together or 15?
Yeah, so 15 damage altogether.
Oh, right, fair enough.
So both of these slices, without focus of adrenaline from that last attack, he goes just where the arm doesn't reach, and he manages to scrape along your exposed flesh. And as you wince from the pain, he brings it around towards your shoulder. And that seems to stagger you as well. It is now your go.
Right, well, I'm obviously not very happy about what's just happened there. That's I think that's gonna have to be an unfortunate series of events for you, my friend. I would like to cast. Oh. Nah, fuck it. It's pissed me off a little bit. I think I'm gonna cast Burning Hands right at his face.
All right.
Right as a. Oh, actually, right as a. Oh no, that one's too far away. Yeah, it's a 15-foot cone in front of me.
That's a Dex 15, is it?
Dex 13.
13. Yeah, that succeeds. That's in you succeed. He fails.
Alright, cool. Fair enough. So that's 3d6. Where are my d6s? And that will be 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. You outstretch your hands, Luminos. You summon form this torrent of flame, and it engulfs this half-orc. You hear him roar in pain, and you see his form silhouetted in the flames just fall to his knees and just crumple onto the floor.
Jesus Christ, Luminos.
I'm not a very happy man right now.
I can see that.
We move back to the arena. You do notice that a few of the people in the stands are a bit puzzled, as though they heard screaming in the distance. But none of them seem to really pay that much mind. And they're more focused on the fight between BEEG and BORGE. BEEG, would you like to continue your assault?
Yes, I would like to say one thing before I start punching again.
Yeah?
Because we kind of like, we've got his arms raised and we're kind of like circling each other a bit. Yeah? I say, you might be big, but I'm BEEG. The chef of Bromantep, son to a human mother, boy to a fathering orc, potential fiancé to a beautiful bride, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. And I punch him in the head recklessly. 24. 26, I mean.
26. All right.
Tell you what, the line works. I can't roll for damage.
Yeah. Sorry, it's force of habit at this point.
Yeah, I get it. We've not really been doing much unarmed stuff.
Or at least if anyone has, it's because they're a monk.
It's beginning.
All right. So at this point, Borge roars, and he turns towards his side of the arena, and he declares, "It's time!" And you can see one of his attendants throws out a great axe.
Can I try and catch it?
That's so cheap.
You would have to move past Borge to do so. So you would invoke an attack of opportunity from doing that, and you'd also need to make a... It would be difficult for you because there's something coming towards you, and your perception isn't great.
Yeah, okay.
So if you were to do a check to grab it, that would be a disadvantage.
Okay, so a lot of things that I've got to do there.
Well, the thing is, your save itself, well, your check would be at a disadvantage, and you would invoke an attack against you.
All right.
But you can try if you'd like.
Not a massive fan of the odds, so I'm just going to let it happen.
All right. So the axe actually skids to the floor just behind him, so he will move back.
Opportunity attack.
Opportunity attack. Go ahead.
So I would like to grapple him.
Can you grapple him?
I mean, it says actions in combat grapple.
I think for a opportunity attack, it's just an unarmed attack.
Is it?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'd like to just punch him square on the chin with a beautiful right hook that was set up by a left jab. So he was kind of like, trying to dodge the left jab, but as he came back in, right hook.
All right.
Straight to the chin, and I want him... I can't really say stuff like, I'd like him to wobble to the left or something, can I?
Well, you watch, and as you notice this axe skid to the floor behind him, you're waiting for him to just look over his shoulder to see where it is, and you take that opportunity to just give a solid hook to his face. He staggers back just a little bit from that blow. But Borge is now stood there. He's now got his axe in hand.
Cool. Did I do damage to him there?
Yeah, you did damage to him.
Cool. It's pretty much 3 damage each time, innit?
At the moment, yes.
Cool.
However, now that Borge has declared that weapons are now allowed, you can request the same.
Cool. I say, pan me to Jez Crimus.
And you can see Jez in the crowd. He's still got your equipment, and he heaves your great pan with all the force that he can muster. Even in his elderly age, he's still got quite a bit of heft to him, but he doesn't sail quite as close to you as you would have imagined, and it hits the ground around here.
Bonus action, I walk away.
Well, I mean, you could have done that anyway with your movement, so no problem.
Done it. I picked it up.
So now you're both there. You've both got your weapons of choice. And for the sake of theatrics, I'll let you have this other go as well.
Well,
yeah, your go.
Oh, sick. Right, so... This is where things get interesting.
Actually, Borge never actually had his go. So Yeah, BORGE is going to rush towards you now, and he's going to take a swipe at you with his great axe. Yeah, you reckless attacked last time, so it's still an advantage. 14 to hit, so yeah, that does hit.
Only just.
And he deals 9 damage, rounded down to 4.
Oh man, that's sweet. Sweet, dude! What are I on? Cool. Alright, sound. So with him doing that, I've got pan in hand and I'm ready, and I'm like, well, things just got interesting. And I just fucking bonk him on the head. Like, I jump up and I literally just bring the pan down on his head.
And as you do so, you hear screams in the audience as there's a lot of people that haven't seen a half-orc wielding a massive pan in battle. And they are cheering for this spectacle. Are you doing it recklessly?
I'm doing it recklessly, yeah.
Boy, go for it.
Cool. So 24 to hit.
Yeah, I think that hits.
Cool. Let me just finally pull out my 12 die.
Yeah, boy.
Where the fuck are you? Come here. This best be it. Is this you? Ah, it's you. Okay, so let's see how much I hit him for. After I also... What the fuck was that?
I'll just be up there, don't worry about it.
Alright, cool. After I also activate my trap card. Orcish Fury, extra damage. I've hit. Basically, you can roll one of the weapons damage dice an additional time and add it as an extra damage to the weapons damage type.
Is that a simple or martial weapon?
Yeah, I think it's like a simple weapon, isn't it? Yeah, it's a martial weapon.
It's martial weapon, so yeah, go ahead.
Cool. So I've rolled a 4 just now, and that's +4, so that's 8. And I'm guessing I just roll it again, and whatever I get just adds on to it, right?
Yes, it's just the dice.
Yeah.
You roll your 4, you do your +1, and then you just add whatever you roll next.
Cool. I've hit him for 12
In 12, rounding down
in
to
total.
6.
Cool.
So at this point, from that last blow, you can see that BORGE isn't looking too great. He's still got quite a lot of wind left in him, but you've taken him down a lot faster than he was expecting. We now move back to the mountaintop. And first on the initiative list is the half-orc that fell down the cliff.
Did he fall prone?
He did fall prone, yes. So he has to take half of his movement to actually get back up on his feet. He'll move back up. And you can hear that he's not alone. Rushing past him, 2 more orcs.
Yeah, Luminos, we're in a spot of bother here. I'm going to try knocking some more down the cliff, but, you know, some healing may be in order soon.
So
I don't know. I feel like we could do something a little bit ranged.
Oh, if you've got ranged. Oh, yeah.
So this one is going to run behind this rock after seeing the plume of flame that Lumino summoned. And this one, yeah, he's going to run behind here as well. And no, so it's a Remio's go now.
Okay.
You see yet more reinforcements charge up towards the peak.
Okay, I'm going to spring past Luminous and bounce up to half orc 4,
Yep.
who's been previously damaged. And I'm going to...
Yes.
It's the sound of my staff spinning around above my head, and I'm going to crack it down on his shoulder.
Okay. Roll to attack.
And I'm so sorry, Luminous. I'm going to make that a vampiric strike.
Yes.
Wait, what?
I'll roll to attack first, and then we'll deal with the madness.
Why are you apologising to me?
16 to hit.
16 hits. Go ahead.
And it is 10 damage again.
10 damage. Okay. And you heal that 10 as well.
Yep, and I'll heal 10. Back up to full.
Cool. And I believe you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's DC 12.
DC 12.
12.
You just succeed. Toying with my emotions right now.
Oh, wow.
Right, so if you'd have failed that, would you have taken that as damage?
No,
No.
I would have
There
temporarily.
is a list of things that could have happened to him. Do you remember back in the Beast battle where he just went paralytic? And
Oh,
fell into
yeah.
shit?
Oh dear.
That could have happened.
That could have happened, but it didn't. It's a good gamble. And with that said, I'm going to spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows.
All right.
And my first blow, I'm going to jump around and aim a snap kick at Half Orc 4's neck.
Okay. Roll to attack.
That's a 16.
16 hits. Go ahead.
And it's unarmed, so it's d4 plus 4. 6 damage.
All right. You whip into him with your punch, and his body just sails off the cliff.
Nice. And as soon as I land, I'm going to spring up in the air again and do another kick at Half Orc 5's neck.
All right.
Neck kicks. That's a 22.
22 does hit.
And that's max damage, 8 damage.
8 damage.
And let's have him make a strength check, given where he's positioned.
Okay.
AC is 13, or he flies back 15 feet.
All right. He gets a 11.
So he would land off the map, like here.
So, all right. So he will go what? 5, 10. Okay. So
That's off the cliff.
he falls completely off this cliff.
Yes!
Proud of you, Mark.
Oh, it's so good. I better tick off my key point. And I'm gonna just jump behind this rock.
So now there's only 3 and 6 left. 6 is going to come up now. Yeah, so he's going to come up to around here, and he's going to throw one of his hand axes at you, Aremio.
Does that count as a ranged attack?
It's a ranged attack, yes.
Okay.
Let me just check and see if your flat missiles.
So it's ranged weapon attack.
You just say ranged weapon attack, and technically, I suppose they just count as the missile. Otherwise, it would just say catch arrows.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all right. Roll to attack first. It doesn't matter. He throws his hand axe and he just sails wide around me.
Okay, he's down to one hand axe.
Yep. Technically, there are enough of his downed allies that he could potentially pick up another, but for the time being, he's just down to 1. And it is now Luminos's go.
Right. How close is he? Right, I would like to move here, which should be my full 25 feet.
Okay.
And half orc 3 is within 30 feet of me, and half orc 6 is within 15 feet of me.
Yep.
So can I channel divinity and use Radiance of the Dawn?
Cool
Sick.
boy. You can. I actually remember what that does.
Can dispel any magical darkness within 30 feet. Each hostile creature that doesn't have total cover within 30 feet must make a con saving throw DC 13 or take 2d10 plus 4 radiant damage, half damage on success.
Okay.
Don't mess with Luminos and Aremia.
Fucking hell, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm super proud of you all.
Hopefully, I've not caused a landslide with a corpse.
I'm going to say this is the one thing that we would set up here to prevent.
Okay then. So half orc 6 passes with a 19. Half orc 3 does not. He gets an 8.
Right, so do I roll damage for both of them and just half one of them, or
So
do I roll
you
individual
make
damage?
you make one roll for the attack in general.
Right, cool.
It's half for half orc 6, not for half orc 3. He takes a full brunt of that.
2d10 plus 4. So that's 9 plus 4. Yeah, so yeah, 13 points of damage.
Okay then. So that's 6 for half orc 6. So he staggers backwards a little bit from the blinding light. The poor half orc at the bottom of the stairway, however, he takes a full brunt of this attack. He screams as his eyes just go complete white with pain. As you were doing this, Luminos, you're almost hovering from the ground as you're channeling this light. You're still not sure where this is even coming from. You're just pulling from this well of power from within you. You get this faint.
All right, Beavis.
You do get this faint sensation that someone somewhere just feels a little bit proud. But that feeling quickly
Daddy?
fades. We will now move back to the arena. And it is BEEG and BORGE. Yeah, BEEG. Roll for attack now that you're equipped with your pan again.
Roll for attack.
Yep.
I'd just like to say to him, I really don't have to go easy on you. A different kind of pan, a longer handle. And then I just go and fucking bash him on the head. Recklessly, obviously.
In all your days to come, I want you to think about the one half orc who beat you.
In all your private moments, in all your days to come. Yeah, so I've hit for a 22.
22 does hit. Roll for your damage.
And... Oh. 7.
7. Alright, so...
Still respectable.
Still respectable, still respectable. It is now BORGE's go. And after taking 2 concussive blasts from this pan that just ring in his ears, he'll give out another roar and he... Oh boy.
That sounds like a crit.
Try me, bitch.
So the first roll from this advantage roll was a 1. The other was a 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Split the roll.
Ooh. So that's 19 damage, half to 9.
I feel like he's got a better weapon than me.
No, it's actually got the same stats as yours.
Okay.
I just reflavored a great axe.
Okay. How can we manage to get 19 damage out?
Because
crit.
you crit.
Oh. Oh, do you only get that if you roll a natural 20?
Oh yeah, it was a natural 20.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, okay.
How
fair.
much health does that leave you on now, B?
I'm on, oh yeah, 1 minute. I'm on 24.
You're on 24. You know what? I think it's time. Especially after that last blow.
What do you mean?
So, BEEG, after you're picking up the momentum, you're slamming against BORGE with all the strength you've got left, trying to win the hand of your beloved. After receiving this blow, you stagger backwards. There's blood pooling in your mouth. And the rage that has been driving you so far, anyone else that might have been enough to knock your confidence, make your rage peter out, but you just glare at BORGE and you can feel your fury overflowing. And it's time that I give you a little gift.
It's a rock smashed on top of my head.
Sorry, that was an orc.
Oh no, that's next turn.
Send in the goblins.
We're quite high up then.
Oh no, so this is happening at the same time, sort of. So, this may be subject to change, but you now have a new option for your rage.
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Okay, so this is the first of your personalized feats. It is a blood fury. So your skills in battle have done little to temper your rage and instead made you a ferocious combatant, even with the odds against you.
Oh, nice.
So you can choose to go into a blood rage whenever you're already in a rage. It doesn't cost anything. When you're raging, you can choose a target for your rage. When you've selected a target, you can't do anything. You can't change your target until you've actually defeated whoever you're raging against.
Yeah.
Whenever you've been hit by your target between your turns, your next attack essentially does 50% more damage. So wherever you roll, you add half again. And if you are hit with if an attack is made against you and it fails by 5 or more, you can make an enormous strike as a reaction.
Well, there's a lot of moving parts in that.
There is. That is such a good way to maintain rage as a bard, though.
Yeah.
So essentially, you pick a guy that you're going to wail on. If he hits you, you're going to deal more damage to him next turn. If he misses pretty badly, you get an attack of opportunity against him.
That's interesting. All right.
Very, very good.
That's very, very good, that.
Like I say, it might change. I might need to do some tweaks to it, but as it stands at the moment...
Is that currently, is that a thing that's on my features in the traits now, or is that just something I've got to...
I've just added it onto you for now.
Amazing. That's hot.
So if you go on features and traits down to bottom, and Blood Fury, if you click the text Blood Fury, it'll show up on the right.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Ever so merciful, Dungeon Master.
So big with your blood raging, especially after that last attack. What would you like to do to BORGE?
I'm like, BORGE, wow, you're actually kind of almost impressed me there. Have you ever heard of this special secret attack that I've got called Pan to the Noggin? While blood raging, I pan him on the noggin.
All right, roll to attack.
Recklessly. I rolled a 20.
Oh, bitch. Rubbish.
I rolled a 20.
Wait, a nat 20?
A nat 20.
Oh my word.
Oh dear.
Plus an extra half on top. Double
Yeah.
dice, plus your modifier, and an extra half of the result on top.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
Webber's not regretting this decision at all.
I just think it's great the first time Bede gets to use his blood
This is
fury. He
perfect.
gets a nat 20 on it.
Oh dear.
Alright, so the damage I did with this one dice.
There's also something else.
What's that?
Do you know your savage attacks?
Yeah.
Where you score a critical hit and you can roll one of a dice an additional time.
Yeah. I've already used that though. I can't use that again.
No, this isn't your Orcish Fury. This is savage attacks.
Oh yeah, of course.
So.
Oh shit! Yeah, of course. I forgot about that little bad boy.
So you're just normally you're doing 3d12 plus 4. And
So I'm doing, and I'm doing 3d12.
3d12 plus 4.
Oh my god! What the fuck? That time, that were awful rolls. 12 in total.
And then is that with the bonus on top of that?
So I've rolled 3d12 plus 4, and yes, it's 12. That's how bad it was.
Yep, and then with your Blood Rage, you add 6 on top of that, so it's 18.
Sweet.
So that is still a solid 9 points of damage towards Borge.
Sweet.
And he is reeling from your furious attack. Even though it wasn't as much as you wanted, it's still done quite a number on him. Also, I want you to make a quick perception check, BEEG.
With advantage? Without disadvantage, or?
I'm going to say because
Because the orc is
no,
screaming.
I want you to just do a regular one.
1.
You are so focused on this fight right now. Nothing else matters. Okay. Borge is going to try and strike back. He's desperate at this point. And that is a dirty 20 to hit. So he's going to strike back at you. Oh, okay. So that was 15 damage rounded down to 7.
Go.
As he brings his great axe down, and he's actually going for your arm at this point.
That's a bit mean.
He is not taking any prisoners at this point. There's a few people in the audience that are just a bit like, oh fuck, this is getting a bit too intense. But everyone's still very into this fight. And even though it was a solid hit, and there's blood oozing down your arm now, it's still functioning, you're just working through the pain. It's just driving you on even further.
Am I going again?
Yeah, go again, mate.
After that little attack, I look at Borge and I go, "Hey, I didn't hear no bell." And with the one arm that isn't completely hindered, I just kind of backslap him with the great pan.
All right, roll to attack.
Well, I still use both arms, I guess, because
Yeah.
it's a two-handed weapon in it. Recklessly.
Yeah.
I rolled a 20.
And that 20 again.
Yep.
Fucking hell, then. You know the drill.
Do I have to kill him?
That has always been your decision.
Cool. I would like to basically hit him with such force that he's obviously knocked out, but not so much that he fucking dies. Or actually,
Cripple him.
yeah, can I cripple him? I just want to cripple him, so then he can no longer be a problem to me, but he can hear what I'm about to say to him.
Go ahead.
So, with my pan in hand, I do a Crash Bandicoot spin into his knees.
All right, roll for damage, and again, your savage strikes procs again, so you are still rolling 3d12.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so 18.
Is that with your 3d12?
Yeah, and also the +4.
So, sorry, I'm struggling here. 18 in total, and then so that's 27, and then
It's 3d12 +4, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all that in total is 18.
and then 9 on top. So,
Oh yeah, because of the crit as well.
yeah.
Shit.
So you deal 13 points of damage to him, and he's still conscious even after all that. But you've done quite a much to his legs. He is struggling to keep himself upright. He's going to try and make an attack against you. And he does succeed. He gets a 19. And he does 6 points of damage rounded down to 3.
Pathetic.
He's struggling, and the crowd knows it. They are chanting your name at this point, BEEG. We now move back to the mountaintop. And there's still a Remio Luminos versus 2 orcs.
How much damage did I just do to him then? Sorry, Weber.
Your total was 27, and then that was rounded down to 13.
Because he's raging.
Yeah.
All right. First up is Half Orc 3. He's going to rush towards you, Luminos. He's still got both of his axes, and he's going to do 2 strikes. The first one misses by a wide margin. The second one on the backswing gets you with a 21.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yep. But it only does 2 points of damage.
Unlucky.
Or like half orc.
Hey.
Is Aremio's go?
Okay, I'm gonna run around this rock. You know what's coming. I'm running around this rock clockwise.
Yeah.
So I'm here with half
Yeah.
orc 6. First of all, I'm going to distract him by jamming my staff in his solar plexus, which is an 18 to hit.
All right. Yeah, 18 hits.
Only 5 damage though. Yeah, +4, so 5 damage from that.
Okay.
And then, because I've been having so much fun with it, I'm gonna headbutt him.
Okay.
Focusing my energy as I do so, I'm gonna spend a key point, and I'm just gonna headbutt him as the first attack in my flurry of blows. Oh, I think that one misses though, that's a 7.
A 7 doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Okay. So
he sort of meets your headbutt in the middle, and it doesn't have any impact.
I'm gonna clockwise wind my neck around and come back for another headbutt.
Okay.
What?
It's much better. That's an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
And yeah, 8 damage from a headbutt.
8 damage. That's 6. So, oh boy.
And I want him to make a strength saving throw.
Are you honestly trying to launch him off with a fucking headbutt?
I am.
What was the DC?
13.
13. He got 15, unfortunately.
Oh, it was worth a try.
It is now the Half Orc 6's go, and he's fucking fuming with you, Remio. and he's only got his one axe because he threw his last one at you. And don't think this hits 14.
Nope.
No. So he tries to strike at your chest again, but the force from your headbutt just kind of dazes him, and his focus just wavers just that little bit, and he just misses by inches. And it is now Luminosa's go.
Right, well, seeing as he's right in front of me, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Oh. And he has been damaged.
He has been damaged, unfortunately.
Is that a save on my part?
It's a Wisdom 13.
Wisdom 13. He passes.
Oh,
He
Why?
got a 18.
what a little fucker.
So this half orc, he hears this bell, but he decides he doesn't hear it.
He was like, nope.
He did not hear no bell.
Oh dear.
We get to the top of the round again. It is half orc 3, and after hearing this bell ring out, but not having any effect on him, he's going to double down and he's going to try and strike you again with both of his axes.
Bring it.
First attack is a crit.
Not like that.
So that his second attack goes wide though. He was more his backhand one is more of a feint that led to him striking you down with his main hand.
What a little bastard.
I wouldn't worry about it. He only deals 5 damage. He rolled 2 ones. Wow.
Oh no. Well, fair enough.
It was more impact than damage that you received there. And you even look at him as though to say, expecting a little bit more from you. It is now Iremio's go.
The Gorthia's staff comes flying around at full force and strikes half orc 6 in the throat.
Alright then. Alright then.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Nice. I've not used my green one today. And for good reason, it's only a 3. 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
And I'm going to headbutt him again as well.
Go ahead. He's very shaky on his feet at this point. You can see that the bruise has come up where you've hit him with a staff in the throat.
Is it possible to uppercut with a headbutt?
Yep.
I'm doing that.
I'm not so sure.
Oh my word. It's a natural 20.
You know what? Real cool.
Uppercut with a headbutt.
So, Remio, you actually duck into this headbutt. You duck and almost jump into his lower jaw. And as you do, roll for damage.
2, 3, 5, 9 damage.
This half orc seems to just soar off.
You got fire.
He is gone. Even if now there's no way he's already down.
I'm just going to move to this spot and start staring down half orc 3. In fact, can I get past him? I think
technically you can get past him. You don't provoke any opportunity attacks.
I've not attacked him though.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't provoke him because you're mobile.
Yeah, no, but mobile only works if I have attacked them.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Then, yeah, that would provoke one if you went past.
And I'm going to stay here.
Okay, Luminos, it's your go.
Let me check.
Half orc would have gone, but he's gone.
Right, well, I guess I'm going to try again with that Toll the Dead.
All right.
So that's a wisdom 13.
He was not successful this time. He only rolled a 3.
And he's already taken damage.
He has taken quite a bit of damage.
And that will be 8 more points of damage.
And this half-orc that's struggling to keep to his feet, he's putting everything he has into trying to take you down, Luminos. He hears this bell again, and his strength just gives way, and he just crumples onto the ground. And all your foes appear to have been dealt with.
I thought maybe 1 or 2.
They sent the short one.
Half
I-
a dozen.
Can I just make a point as well?
Yeah?
That fucking Toll the Dead,
Mm-hmm.
next level, that changes to 2d8 or 2d12.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah, the drawback to cantrips like that, though, is if they hit, fine, but if they fail...
Yeah, it's such a
just
small...
nothing.
It's a good gamble. It's a good gamble.
Depending on who you're fighting, if you're up against someone like Read the Wise, then it's practically useless. But if you're up against something that's slow and stupid, it's usually not a bad shout.
I'll get a bash if BEEG ever fancies...
BEEG, we move back to you. Your rage has garnered the support of nearly the entire crowd who are chanting your name. BORGE is only just on his feet.
I smack him.
Right?
Recklessly.
lovely, lovely roleplay going on here.
Does a 16 hit?
I believe 16 does hit.
Oh, thank fuck for that. All right, cool. Roll for damage. Here we go. 12.
12. BEEG. How would you want to do this?
I would like to look up to the crowd, and I would like to look up to Hugither, and I'd like to scream, "Are you not entertained?
And
Are
as you
they,
do,
or are they not?"
The entire crowd is chanting your name, BEEG. And out from the middle of this crowd, you can hear Hugither shout out, "I will be in a minute!"
What did she say?
She will be in a minute.
Oh wow, okay.
She wants blood.
I look up at Hugither and I say, "Hugither, did you enjoy your pie?
I fucking loved it.
And was it the pie that finally made you decide to fall in love with yours truly?"
BEEG, the pie made me like you. Watching you beat down BORGE made me love you.
You see, Hugither, this has all been a ruse the entire time.
Hang on, what?
I realized many years ago that you are not a good person, Hugither. You are not a good person, and you never have been. And I went out, and I fell in love with a different mistress. It's called adventure. And you have never liked me until right now. And I've done this to prove a point. You and BORGE, you deserve each other. And then I smack BORGE over the head and knock him out, and then walk out of the arena.
What happened to crippling him?
The crowd
Brain
falls
damage.
silent as you make this proclamation. And as you smack down BORGE, watching his body just fall limp on the floor. Even with the drama, they chant your name as you walk off. And you are victorious, BEEG. your rage slowly subsides.
I would like to retire to my hut.
And you do so. And a few minutes later, your companions come down as well. They seem a little bit worse for wear.
Actually, I look fine. I'm at full health.
But there are signs that you've been in a battle.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you are in the pinnacle of health. A few minutes afterwards, after your friends come back, Jesgrimus comes back, knocking on the door, and he comes in as BEEG. What?
Jesgrimus, you see, as I've said in the arena, I have fallen in love with a new mistress. Do you really think I have the time to be here, looking after Hugitha the entire time? No. I need to be out there, adventuring.
I mean, she would have taken care of herself. She's no little damsel in distress.
But I don't want to be thinking about this woman that's only just started pining over me because of material goods or consumerism.
And as you make this little speech to Jez, he looks at you. He's always liked you, even when you first came to the village all those years ago. But he gives you this nod of pure respect. I can't fault you, lad. Can't fault you at all.
I know.
One hell of a way to do it, though.
I just like to put a little flourish and a bit of theatrics on the messages that I'm trying to send.
Well. And he just starts chuckling to himself. You know, BORGE has never been one for theatrics. But he's going to be scared of, fucking plays from now on.
Jesgrimus, my lad, I will now retire and sleep until I feel like I no longer need to sleep. I am not in a good way.
I understand that.
I feel like we could all do with a rest, actually.
Oh wait, are all the boys in the hut as well?
Maybe not the monk.
Yeah, you're all in the hut now.
Wow, boys, thank you so much for helping me, because I imagine they've told me at that point.
Have you told him what you've done?
I mean,
he's not fucking asked. Oh yeah, we're fine.
we got a good seat, and then we played King of the Hill, and made some corpses.
Cracking skulls. That's all we like to do.
I mean,
I'd like to say I heard screams in the distance, but I was so blood rage focused on this one dude.
I know it looked like you had a good fight. I mean, I was a bit shocked at the twist at the end, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like I had some wild power up there. It's something I'd not done before.
Well,
I think
I'd like you all to retell the tale of what has happened, just as we are drifting off to sleep like a nice little bedtime story.
oh, it's like a podcast.
I mean, it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Doesn't mean we don't need sleep.
No,
I just need a power nap.
You can't tell me when I need to go to bed.
nobody's telling you when you're to bed.
Wake me when you need me.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, boys. Couldn't have done it without you.
That's true. Luminos, I'm proud of you.
Thanks, I'm proud of you too. Although you got a bit weird there, you kept nutting them.
Just headbutt after headbutt.
It's with so much, there's no hair to get in the way. Aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic. I need to get rid of this fucking top knot so I can give that a bash.
Yeah.
As you're all discussing your recent exploits, you can hear muffled shouting from outside the hut going, "We found another one!" And you can see that, some of the orcs that you were fighting have been carried away. Some have stirred from consciousness and have just been helped, hobbled back to wherever huts are free or to any medical tents that are nearby. You notice that there aren't many who have come back. There's only about maybe 2 or 3 that are hobbling around out of the 6 that you fought.
Can we can see them, right?
You peek out the windows.
Can we start heckling them?
I was going to say, I shout, "Oi!" And I give him that, that gesture where you raise one arm up and then you slap the other arm on the crook of the elbow. I'm going to go like, "Oi!" and give him one of that.
And I'd like to just, I'll pull a chair up and stand next to Eremio so I can see over the window and shout, "Oh, look, it's the short one."
And you see, make a perception check.
+3, 21.
21. As you make this echo, you realise that the one you're shouting at is the one that made that comment. And he stares at you, eyes just white with terror. And he starts like mumbling to the orc that was helping him. He wasn't involved in the battle. And he's just like, "You shouldn't have been fucking fighting dwarves. I told you better."
In tears of laughter, I'd like to lean out the window, holding my hand out, going, "Yeah, shake my hand."
And he just starts babbling to the phone. He's like, don't do it. No, I'm not going to do that because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Oh, I'm going to use that trick for many battles to come.
And the remaining survivors are carted off. So what would you like to do?
Well, I think we need a bit of a recoup, to be honest, boys. Well,
So we have a recoup in the pub. BEEG, do you remember if in this little quaint tavern thing that you've got here, is it just ale that they do, or do they do wine?
They do milk and they do ale.
Yeah,
what fucking menu?
If you're looking for inebriation choices, Remio, you are going to be sorely disappointed.
Did I fill up my wineskin with something? It was with my
You
water
filled it
skins.
up with the Goblin wine back in the Sunless Citadel, which was described as not very good.
It's better than milk or ale for you, though, lad, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm fine drinking here if you like, guys.
The beer is quite nice here. It's got about the same alcoholic content as what a wine would.
All right, let's go and get a few bevies doing us.
All right. So you make your way to the pub. You pass by Hugoth's house, and you can see the 2 guards are stood at attention. They are shaken, and yet they scowl at you as you pass. They don't say anything. Even Zurag, the one you were heckling earlier, his knuckles are white as he's gripping onto his greatsword. But he's not going to do anything. At least not now. You make your way to the tavern. You open the doors. And all of the people that are at the stadium that came here for a after-battle drink cheer at your approach.
All right, lads.
I'd like to slap BEEG on the back and go, It looks like this one's for you, lad. Now I need a slash, so I'll be right back.
Very.
Drinks on Big, or Big's friends, even. Not
A
us.
drink for everyone in the house, apart from things I can't afford.
Well, drinks are passed around to everyone present. They're all cheering, singing your name. And after about half an hour, it's still a momentous occasion, but you manage to settle it down just enough that you manage to get a table to yourself where you can all enjoy a drink. And you can all level up.
Oh God!
Sick. We are so... That one level, 4 to 5.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It's a biggie.
This is where most of you start getting your second attacks, if not all of you.
I think my monk dice changes too.
I want to say yes.
Oh, and I get Stunning Strike.
Yep. 5th level. Yeah, so your proficiency bonus will increase. Your martial arts die increases to a d6.
Oh, that's so good.
And you get your extra attack as well. Kat, were you actually gone for that time?
I was indeed. So I'll just walk out of the. I'll walk out of the toilets and go. Right, what the fuck's happening here?
Oh, well, I didn't realise you actually left.
Oh, that was very well RP'd then.
I wove it into the story.
Well, very well. You can level up.
Oh,
Not because of your toilet RP, just in general.
that was a very good pace. Right then, go to builder.
Iremio got some buffs with this level.
Yeah, this is the part where you start getting pretty damn good.
Not just good, but pretty damn good. So yeah, I get extra attack and fast movement.
Yep.
Oh, your movement speed increases.
Yeah, by 10 feet.
Nice, you're nearly as fast as I am.
Well, how many feet can you move?
50.
Oh, nice.
Caddick, you get access to your 3rd level spells at this level.
Oh boy.
You also get access to your Destroy Undead feature.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Is that a light domain feature?
That's just a regular cleric thing.
Ow.
When an undead fails its saving throw against your turn undead feature, the creature is instantly destroyed if its challenge rating is at or below a certain threshold.
Yeah, so at this point it's only for challenge rating over half or lower. So it's only like the basic stuff.
Yeah.
But as you improve, you can use that on hardier opponents.
Well, that's sick as fuck.
And light domain. Because you're part of the light domain, you also get access to daylight and fireball.
No way.
Yes.
Boys, get fucking ready.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Do we heal everything when we level up?
No.
Oh. Fair enough.
Just me then.
But there will be opportunities. There will be opportunity later on for you to long rest and give you back full strength.
It's 8d6 in a
It
20-foot sphere.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah. 8d6 in a 20-foot sphere. It's got a dex save of 14, but like...
That is ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, wizards have admitted that they've made Fireball, like, very, very strong on purpose. Awesome.
Well,
Of course, you've got to be careful that you don't get your allies in that as well.
and now my guiding bolt is now +6 to my throw, and then 6d6 at 3rd level.
Yeah, if you use that at 3rd level, then yeah.
That's horrific. Right, fair enough.
Insane.
Oh wow, 7th level's sick for me.
Let me just your Path of the Totem.
I really like Feral Instinct. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I mean that's pretty handy.
Yeah, I like it. It's only if you enter your rage, as though you're going to do anything else. I love Brutal Critical as well. Actually, I'm not sure if that would actually stack with what you've already got.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I want to say it doesn't, but I will look in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe that all of you get your 2nd attack at this point. Yeah.
That just means we're going to be fighting enemies that are twice as strong.
Yeah. Now I've got no excuse not to throw the big boys at you.
Wait, what's that?
I don't think Luminos gets it as a cleric, does he?
He does.
No. Do I?
Does he?
I'm pretty sure he does.
Well, it still says attacks per action 1 for me.
Is it? Oh, that's a shame. I could have sworn you got it as well.
Mind you, your attacks are so powerful though if you land them.
There.
Yeah, it sort of levels out a little bit there.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
my bad.
Hey, he just got fireball. Fireball.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, my bad. Could have sworn you did, but no. Yeah, my bad, man. But like we say, you've got fireball now. You're not getting the short straw in this level up.
No, I don't think so at all.
Okay. So your celebration goes on until the early hours of the night. Bear in mind that you have been day drinking most of the day. So by the time that you think it's ready to retire, you're all sloshed. BEEG and Luminos especially. Iremio, that's entirely up to you, depending on how much wine you've gone through and whether you can stomach the ale.
I'm going to drain my skin and I'd like to try one of the ales.
I would like to just direct Iremio over to the special ale that is an experimental brew, and it is a slightly berry ale.
It's not near Christmas, is it?
No, it's just a berry ale,
Okay.
which is almost like a wine, but not at all.
I'll try it, and if it makes Iremio sick, it makes him sick.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
It's being flippant.
I want to start banging my beer glass on the table, just going, we like to drink with Iremio, because Iremio is our mate.
And the entire tavern sings along.
Oh, I'm going to let everybody down. It was a 3.
A 3. Iremio, after hearing the chanting of this tavern, who, even though they don't know of your exploits up on the cliff, even though a few of them can guess, given the state of some of the bodies that have been recovered, they chant your name regardless, holding you in just as high regard as BEEG. And to your credit, you do go through the entire pint.
Legend.
However,
Puts you in good standing.
You realise that was a terrible mistake.
Guys, I'm gonna be using my 50 feet of movement speed. I'm gonna go around the back of the pub real quick.
You very awkwardly sort of stumble your way through the front door.
Step of the wind.
The speed isn't the problem, it's you keep missing the door. Your vision is going very blurred. So you bash into the door frame a few times before you actually make your way through. You just about make your way to the back of the tavern, and you just spew up your guts.
It's a waste.
Even though it wasn't necessarily a bad tasting drink, it just did not sit well with you at all. And after a few minutes of throwing up whatever you had, you shakily make your way back into the tavern, where, despite your reaction, you are greeted with a round of cheers.
Gonna say, BEEG's there, like, hey!
I give him a
Yeah, so
sheep.
BEEG has lead it off, and then everyone joins in.
Give him a sheepish grin and sort of like nod at a few. Sit down next to me.
Like, one of the half-orcs comes up to me, it's like, don't worry about it, lad. I mean, that is designed for half-orcs.
Followed by another fucking cask of the stuff put down in front of Heremio, and chanting begins again. We like to drink with the Heremio.
The chanting doesn't really catch on this time.
They feel sorry.
Yeah, a few of them are like, we're probably going to kill this guy if we do that.
I'll take a sip out of politeness.
One thing that he did notice this time was this cask wasn't really a cask. It was more of like the closest thing to a small wine glass that we could find for him.
Oh, you're so generous. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was more of a cup for a smaller, childish half-orc.
It was actually a shot glass for a normal half-orc.
Which was just a pint glass.
So yeah, you've got another pint, Heremio.
I'll nurse it.
I'll nurse this one. It's all you need for the rest of the night. I've just noticed that's sick. Like my hit DC's gone up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Because your proficiency bonus has gone up.
Yeah.
Or I believe that's why.
Are you talking about your hit with your weapons?
Yeah, hit DC. It were a 6 and now it's a 7.
Yeah, because your proficiency bonus has gone from 2 to 3.
That's sick. Love it.
And because you're proficient with pretty much everything you've got in your inventory, everything goes up.
Beautiful.
All right. BEEG and Luminos, do you do anything during your celebrations?
I would like to, if you'd like to refer to Discord, I would like to sit across, just nursing a drink, and do this to BEEG.
I see that, and I turn around and respond with this.
Okay. So the celebrations go on into the night. Eventually, you decide it's time to retire back to your hut, and you can all have a long rest.
Thank God I am hammered.
Yeah, you're all in a state, even Heremio, after what he had to drink.
He had a sniff.
And that were enough.
But to his credit, he tried to keep up as best as he could.
I've got so much fucking health now.
How much health have you got now?
I've got 55 health.
Oof.
So, functionally, 110.
Yeah.
I have 48.
Starting to be real glad I took mobile, given I've only got 33.
Yeah, but Luminous, what's your armor class?
It's 18.
BEEG, what's yours?
13. I'm more likely to get it, but that's the balance, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so you all have a very pleasant night's sleep. And as the sun begins to rise in the morning, it's barely dawn when you first hear the shouting. BEEG, you're one of the first to wake up from this. At first, you wake up as you normally would. The sound of screaming in the morning isn't exactly strange, but you've also not been home for quite some time, and you are at first a little bit spooked, but you quickly recover and just make your way out of the house just to admire the dawn as it comes over the mountain. But you hear that the screaming gets louder. You can see that there are orcs that are running off down towards a hill. And you hear, well, you see Jez as he's coming up the hill as best as he can. And he goes, BEEG, I'm glad you're up.
Yes, Grimace, what's going on?
We're under attack, lad. We need
By
your help.
what?
I don't know. They say it's barbarians from the plains below, but they don't usually bother us. They know that they can't win.
I had a premonition about something like this.
I can't stay here to listen to this. We need to do something now.
No, listen to me. You don't understand. I had a premonition.
Well, what did the premonition say or do or whatever?
It was something akin to what is happening right now.
BEEG, we are under attack.
Jez. You're not hearing me. I had a premonition.
He shakes his head at this point. He's not getting anywhere. He just runs off down towards the gate at the far end.
I turned to the boys and I said, well, that were rude, wasn't it?
It was. You just completely refused to help.
Yes.
To be fair to him, it seems like there's a bit of an emergency.
It does, but we've had a premonition.
We've had a premonition.
We've had a premonition.
Did you not know? We've had a premonition.
BEEG, this is your hometown. I get the feeling you're not super attached to it anymore, but if you'd like to help out, I'd like to help you.
I'm still rather attached. This land is still my home. So let's go and have a little look.
Okay.
I just don't like the wee beastie over there.
Ooh, BEEG,
Yes?
do you think you'll be returning here? To this hut, I mean, to this house, ever?
I think, as this is my home, more than likely, I need somewhere to rest after my adventures.
Is there a garden?
There's a patch of land all around it, I guess.
I feel like this is an incorrect time to be having this conversation.
I need to do this.
Yeah, you can hear that there's still more shouting.
I didn't intend to do this in the middle of a raid, but I'd always intended on doing this, and Eremio's set his mind. BEEG, I'm going to give you a gift.
Shit in your garden.
You've been very thoughtful.
In your garden, I'm going to lay
a brick.
not a brick, the Qual's feather token of a tree.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to plant a 60-foot tall, 5-foot trunk diameter tree in BEEG's garden as a present to him.
Okay, I mean, you take the time to uncover a small mound of earth, you lay the token in, pack down the earth again, and within moments, this sprout comes out, and it just seems to grow at an extraordinary rate until, after a few seconds, there's just this massive tree towering over BEEG's hut, completely overshadowing it. Any sort of sunlight that would have hit it, completely obscured by the canopy above now.
My gift to you.
That's all right. Thank you.
Kind of thought you'd be a bit more impressed, but
I have no idea what's just gone on. My intelligence is 8.
I've planted a tree in your garden.
What's it do?
It takes in carbon dioxide and.
That sounds amazing.
It's a tree. It's for you. It's bigger.
BEEG. BEEG is impressed.
If you wanted, you could build a tree house there.
BEEG is impressed and he does a little jig. He thinks about the little washing line he could hang up.
You hear an explosion.
We had a premonition.
Protect the tree.
And there are more war cries that ring out in response to this.
This is really odd, guys, but I have a feeling that, like, there's something going on over there. And I feel like I've seen it before. In my premonition.
Does it give you the same kind of vibes?
It gives me the same kind of vibes.
That doesn't sound good.
You know, can you remember how sad I was? Can you remember how sad I was when I saw it? Can you remember how sad you were when you saw it? I feel like something about this premonition is becoming true.
Let's go make it untrue then.
I think I had a premonition.
Luminos, shall we go?
Aye, come on, let's make a move.
Where are you going?
We're gonna go and check out this fucking premonition.
Come on then. Let's go and unpremonition this premonition.
Let's go and munition.
Okay, so as you all leave hut, cresting the hill near the center of this settlement, you look down, and far below you can see, just in front of the forces that your village has been able to muster, which is admittedly a lot less than you expected. You can see that directly opposite them is another force of other. They resemble you in garb. They look like the sort of barbarians that you've heard about in your youth. However, there are two things that strike your attention. One is a very large, menacing ogre that seems to fit in the center of this force that's invading from the broken gate. And in front of this ogre is a man draped in black armor. And as he looks up, he points one finger towards you, BEEG.
Hello.
And even though you can't hear what he says from this distance, the forces begin to charge.
Let's
And that's where
fucking
we'll leave
go,
it.
lads.
And that's where we'll leave it for this week.
I had a premonition.
Oh dear.